Yeah.
Cool. All right. So now we're doing Hive-Mind challenge for Sniper Elite, but unlike with Hitman, like this game is very Hitman in the sense that it's like an open worldy type sandboxy thing.
You kill people.
Well, I mean, yes, you do kill people, but as opposed to Hitman, where we had a timer, like an on-screen timer, and whenever it dinged, I would ask one of you guys to give me something ridiculous to do, essentially. With this, we're gonna take it a little bit easier. I'm gonna show you guys, like introduce you guys to how the game like functions in a level, or at least like the first part of a level. And then after that, whenever I go to do a sniper shot on somebody, I will ask one of you guys to tell me where to shoot him. And if I make that shot, congratulations. If I don't make that shot, then bad. That's essentially it.
Then you
Then
suck.
we get to hit the kill button.
So yeah.
Oh, the testicle
We're gonna
shot.
do Santorini Island.
Santorini.
Is it stuttering a bit for you, Saba, or is that just...
Oh, it is stuttering.
Okay, cool.
Let me know if that continues for you guys, because I do have the graphics options turned on a little high. But we'll see.
How dare you? We'll see when we get into the actual game. It's just the menus then clicking around. It's like, you know.
The sound of a machine gun, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We've been losing.
We've been losing? What?
Oh shit, dude.
We just got in! What?
No,
Nothing's happened yet.
it's not possible.
Alright. Well. There should be a guy here. There he
Need
is.
to take out the officers too.
Is it me or is it a bit echoey in here?
In the game?
Him talking to himself.
Yeah.
He's just in a cave.
I'm about to say, because he's in a cave, yeah.
Echo, echo, echo.
Alright.
Take out that guy.
Guy.
That
Don't-
guy. Yeah.
Oh, there he
I'm
is.
glad we have the same idea.
We do unfortunately have to wait for this guy to get underneath there because it's way cooler. Oh, there we go.
It's cooler. We have the.
What if we just
cooler.
suddenly, like, no one talks and then we just say boo, Zach? You think you'll be startled?
No. There you go.
Damn it.
No,
Guy
you
dead.
have to do it when he's lining up a shot.
Oh, is this
Right,
a fucking
okay, that's
thing?
Good luck with that, yeah.
Guess I grabbed everything.
There we go. Okay. I'm all set here.
I'll have to jump it.
Ooh, I can't tell. Would someone mind double checking Twitch to tell me if the live feed is stuttery? Because I think it is, but I'm not quite sure.
The only way is up.
Let's see.
Okay, let me know.
Survey says. It's like less frames, like less than ideal.
Okay, let me see. I think I have
Not terrible.
display. Do I have advanced options? No, VSync is off. What if I turn VSync on?
Oh.
All right.
Turn your rendering down to 1%. You can't see shit.
Oh no, I'm sorry, man. I'll take this rifle.
Them's
ammo.
the brakes, though. Am I right?
Raw. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. The camera is just kind of like jumpy. Camera 2. Yeah, that perfect. You fixed it.
I can't tell whether or not it's like bad. Because on my screen it looks great, but then I look over at the live feed and I'm like, that looks a little worse, and I'm not quite sure
Yeah,
why.
it looks like he's getting electrocuted. I don't know, what is it? Maybe just turn down the oh, that's that. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh my god.
That was so bad.
I was tripping in real life. I was lagging.
Yeah, that was it felt like we were lagging in real life.
Okay, well,
I just turn it down to medium, I guess.
game looks so good.
No.
Oh,
I mean, let's see how this
I think
goes.
I might have just crashed the game.
Oh my god.
Nope, never mind. We're back. Everything's fine.
We're good.
Everything's
We're good.
okay.
We're good.
We survived.
Turn off motion blur. Shit sucks anyways.
That's a good point. What the fuck is tessellation?
Oh.
Oh, it's more polygons.
Oh.
Draw distance high. I need the draw distance.
Yeah.
Anti-aliasing
distance.
medium. Texture detail high. There you go. Let's try
You
that.
fool.
This should still be effective.
And the verdict is
How's that?
fine so far.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe not.
What? Really?
It's
went
mostly
through-
okay. It's just like, you know,
When
occasionally
you went through
I
that
get
little
assaulted
hole.
with it.
Yeah, we get assaulted by the frames.
Now I
Yeah.
have no idea what you guys are talking about, because now I'm like watching the feed. I'm playing on the feed. I go underneath. Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
that's fine. I think it was because it was loading it. Yeah, see, this is fine.
But the game loads the entire map all at once. I thought maybe not though.
Says who?
We'll see. All right, so we're here now.
All right, climb the ladder. It's okay. When you get to the top of the ladder, let's see if it freaks out. Okay, so it didn't, because it did last time.
Okay. All right.
Maybe we're good. Knock on wood.
Hopefully, we'll see. Okay.
Oh, friendly.
So here's
maybe.
where I'm gonna start to explain some of the mechanics in the game to you. So I have these binoculars. I can use them to label things in the environment. So these are explosives, for example. If I
Darker trees.
What's with the
so
camera?
normally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hold on people and you get like additional details about them. Oh man, that guy's asking for it. Normally you hold on people to get details about them, but I have the upgrade that just gives me the details instantly. And concept, like what we're supposed to do. Do I have that truck labeled? Will it not look at that truck? Okay.
This place is one big propaganda effort.
Yep. Got you.
Arcadia, center stage.
Got you. Got that guy. See anyone else? Let's see. Him. There's a stone statue.
My God.
Wow. Shoot it.
Get him before he escapes.
Shoot the statue. Bird. You can shoot birds, but the game scolds
They're
you for doing
endangered.
so.
What does it
Okay.
tell you?
All right. Now we. Oh. Can I?
Is this the stone tower you were talking about?
Not quite, but this is obviously like a really good spot.
Yeah.
Go. Let's label that.
Okay.
Ready? So this is a silenced bullet, so they won't know that I shot it. All they'll know is that this suddenly explodes in that man.
You hate to see it happen.
Where is the... Ready? It's like...
Ooh.
So yeah. So that's essentially the gist of the game.
I love the Mortal Kombat X-rays.
I have them turned to high, like frequent.
Worth it. Friend? You didn't kill him?
I guess not.
No. No. Oh, he got his eye.
Wow.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
So with that, we should be. So with that, or actually with this guy, I guess we
Do they
should
know
be
where you are?
okay to start with the actual Hive-Mind type stuff. So this man's right here. Tell me where to shoot him.
Who?
This guy.
No, who are you asking?
Whoever
Near
wants
Saba.
to do. Whoever wants to go first.
Through the heart. Shot through the heart.
Okay. I think this is about where the heart is. Oh, never mind. The guy moved.
Okay.
Nope.
You son of a bitch. Oh, he's like behind the building. All right, never
You
mind. I
lost
will
his
shoot
heart,
this
okay?
guy with through the heart.
Lost through the shot through the heart. You're to blame. You give
Oh, I did
love
get the
a
heart.
bad name.
Nice.
Sick.
Okay. Can I blow this
All right,
up?
Saba, your turn.
I would say the ear.
That might not be lethal, but I'll try. Like for example, if you shoot a guy through the hand, he doesn't drop his gun.
He's got some strong
That
hands.
feels a bit.
This is exactly.
Well, you could go
what
through one
Saba-
ear and out the other. That's lethal.
This is exactly what Saba ordered. Did I miss?
Well, I mean,
Fuck.
Man, that's cringe.
Hey, man. All right.
Pretty cringe.
Excuse me, sir. There you go.
What do we get? Yeah,
That's through the
see?
years. All right. This man survived once, but he won't again. I'll show you one of the things that you can do in this.
Yes. Yes. No.
Oh, I didn't get it. Grant, you know, because you watched the video.
What video?
Oh, never mind. Okay, ready?
I've seen the Sniper League gameplay. I know exactly where this is going.
I'm trying, man. Oh, this guy's just hurt.
You can do it to Hitler.
You could shoot Hitler in the nuts. It's true.
You can.
Okay, let's see if we got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
and that is lethal.
I should hope so.
All right. Well, I don't really have many options on this man. So I gotta just shoot him in the head. I have to remember where on this map the actual silenced rounds are. I don't quite remember off the top of my head at the moment, but we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. All right. I have 5 shots left.
Easy. What about your sidearm?
No suppressed ammo.
Easy.
Also, that's a shotgun. So
The most deadly and silent killer.
the shotgun.
Yes, the shotgun. The ICBM.
So you'll see next to my health in the bottom right hand corner, the flashing bar. That's my heart rate. The heart rate increases when you hold your breath, when you sprint, or when you get shot. And pretty much the only thing, like the only negative thing that an increased heart rate does is, excuse me.
Harder to shoot.
It makes it harder to focus your aim when you're doing like actual sniper shots. But the higher your heart rate is, the faster you'll reload and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of a cool mechanic because it helps prevent you from dying outright. But if you hold your breath for too long, it becomes a
You
negative.
pass out and die.
You just keel over.
Yeah. Does your heart rate get
No
pumped
more
when
to
you
find
kill
here.
someone? Is he like a fucking psychopath?
He is not a psychopath, although that would be incredible. I believe this is the same main character from all the Sniper Elite games as well, by the way.
Oh my God, this man has
so he's
been
been doing this
places.
for a long time.
Yeah, he's been doing this for 3 games. 4 now.
I'm about to say, since Sniper Elite 5 is coming out soon. All right, let's pull out the binocs. Oh, hello.
He's got a bad feeling about this.
Girl.
I don't think it's all clear. We're looking at a lot of people here.
No. That's the.
No,
that's,
I know.
Yeah, but I can't even describe to you how funny it is. Where I'll set off like a chain explosion where a bunch of tanks and a bunch of buildings explode, and then like 30 seconds later, it's like all clear. We didn't find them.
Don't know where they went.
All right, that's a sniper. Who was the last one to give me an instruction?
but I was with the ear.
Saba was,
Unless-
yeah, with the ear.
So Grant, where do you want?
Oof, hello.
Hello, Adrian.
Through the
Hello.
eyes.
I
See
can
the
do an
whites of the
eye
enemy's
shot.
eyes.
Any of you guys have experience dealing with FTPs?
file transfer protocol
Free to
servers.
play?
Yeah.
Cool.
You didn't kill him?
No,
I,
the game bugged out a little bit. I'm just gonna reset checkpoint real quick. There we go.
I had to dive headfirst into one to try to make a server for my friends to play on, and it's hell.
Oh no.
To play on, not to like transfer files.
For a video game, yeah.
Project
Okay.
Zomboid?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
Not
hell.
a good time. I'd imagine not.
I'm not smart enough.
No, I'm not smart enough. The Mr. Incredible meme.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not
smart enough.
I can't do it. Oh, hello, friend. Give him one in the testicles.
This man?
Yeah, that man.
My
Right.
favorite,
Yes, sir.
that's my favorite Greek hero.
Yeah.
Testicles?
Testicles. Oh my god.
Testicles
Grant
nuts.
had said he wants to see the whites in his eyes. I'd like to see you shoot him in the
Oh, I
meat
missed
in
his
Oh
balls.
my
Damn it.
god.
His balls are intact.
Missed
Oh,
him.
I'm getting a headache.
That
This
should
guy's
get his
about to get a
eye.
worse
no,
one.
I got his jaw.
That's a toothache.
Yeah, that's true. Jaw ache.
Long distance dentistry.
Bang.
All right.
Look, it's a giant red obvious barrel, Zach. It's a video game barrel.
I labeled it.
It's full of video game juice.
It's full of video game juice.
Drink it.
All right, I'm gonna swap to loud ammo just because why not?
Wants to
Go.
live.
What killed him
Grant
better?
wanted to see the
Loudly.
whites of this guy's eyes, so let's do. Yeah, see how this is way higher than it was before. Oh, we got no
Oh,
X-ray
the-
cam, but I did get
We
him.
got his ears.
They're probably ringing.
A little bit.
Fuck, I missed that guy.
Oh my god. Cringe.
That man is fucking
Oh, never
dead.
mind.
Anybody who tells me otherwise is a liar. Oh, I got his stomach.
Ooh.
Shit. Sorry, man.
Ooh.
That's really unfortunate for you. All right. Let's see. How about one of these guys? Can I get you? Just poke your head out a little bit, man. You're not gonna be able to see me from that far. Come on. Come on. You clearly know where I'm at. Just poke your head out a little bit.
Oh. Bam.
Again?
God
I did.
damn it.
Also, is there a sniper? Who's shooting me?
But yeah, they're shooting at you.
Overblown. Man blown.
Man, blown.
That's
Oh, there you
what,
are.
that's the HUD icon that pops up whenever you give someone a blowjob.
Man blown.
Dude.
Sounds
Man
like the
blown.
Dark Souls humanity restored.
Humanity restored.
Man blown.
Dude, just keep going down.
Give him
Time to
some-
test the unarmed combat in the sniper game.
Unarmed. assuming an American in a shooting game would be ever unarmed.
The only thing that's slightly more American than punching things to death with your fists is shooting them to death with a gun.
That's true.
Fuck.
Have you guys heard of Offbeat the podcast?
Heard of it. Don't know anything about it.
It's a podcast where they bring on a guest and they just they shoot the shit for like maybe 20 minutes and then they improvise an entire musical based off their conversation
Holy
for
shit.
about another hour.
That's really impressive.
Yep. And sometimes the guest participates because they're musically inclined, and sometimes they absolutely don't and just sit back and marvel.
They just watch. What kind
And
of guests have they
musical-
had?
They had Paul F. Tompkins as recurring guest.
Nice.
Conan O'Brien cameoed in between acts of a musical at one point.
Dude, what the fuck?
They were on Game Changer, or Dropout for College Humor, if you're familiar. They had a Colleen Ballinger, who was the inferior role pick for Dawn and Waitress after Kimiko Glenn stopped playing that role. And a couple others. She played the same character, but in my opinion, she had an inferior performance to the original.
Damn.
But it's fine.
That's fine, I guess.
Please stay
Most
tuned
of the
for
guests-
more of Adrian's brutal reviews.
Most of the guests are music theater people, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
They're like, we need as much help as we can get.
They had Ben Schwartz on a couple times.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Kelly Marie Tran.
Hello.
Oh, cool.
Saba, where do you want me to shoot this man's?
Um,
The fuck did he go?
I don't know.
This is why you label people.
Just go for the arm, I guess.
The arm?
The arm.
Yeah.
One of their bits that they had was it was these two music theater kids who were being trained like really brutally to tap dance, and they were trained so hard and they had shitty shoes, so they're fucking like, there's two of them, and for each of them, one of their feet disintegrated basically from how hard they were tap dancing, like turned into like a revulsive mush.
Oh my god.
And so they resolved the resolution of that was the one guy was like, hey, I have an idea. We have to play a role in the musical, but what if instead of playing two roles, we both tie ourselves together and play one role in the musical with each of our good feet? And then later on, they have the evolution of this where the guy is like, listen, I'm going to do something that's very hard for me and very selfless. I'm going to be the bottom half of the person and you be the top half of the person, and I will walk on my feet and hands.
Oh my god.
And you'll be the top half. And they have entire songs about this, and it just it's pretty impressive how they're able to do that.
Sounds like it. Also, the stream is stuttering so bad, Zach.
Is it?
Yeah.
No. Damn it. You give me a
Kill
target.
this one.
Actually, my heart rate's too high. Someone give me a target for this man.
I'm too fucking pumped for this. I gave 2. Adrian.
What?
That's
Target.
why I didn't ask
Where
Adrian,
to
because
shoot
he's
him.
not aware of what we're doing.
Shoot it. Pick a body part.
Shoot the tree behind them.
I'm not
Which
gonna
means just
do
go
that.
through.
Alright, fine, shoot the guy's hand that's holding the gun.
Oh, well.
Get like a collateral and get him in the chest too.
Shoot his hand through his chest.
Disarm him. Disarm him.
As in, get rid of the entire arm.
Did I get his hand? I got pretty close to his hand, to be fair.
That's his lung.
Right, but I wanted to shoot his hand through his chest. I thought that'd be funny.
Bada boom.
I have no idea because we didn't get a slow-mo shot on that, whether or not I succeeded.
Whoa.
Whoa.
He's blowing up a car for no reason.
You get points
'Cause it's
for
sick.
blowing up a truck.
Truck destroyed.
Covered
blown. You
Libs
blew up a
owned.
truck.
Lives
Lives owned.
owned.
Destroyed with facts and logic.
Now I'm like breadcrumbing them back to my position so I can shoot them easier.
That's it. Line up. I've got enough bullets for all of yous.
I do, literally.
Yeah. You came ready. You came packed for this mission. Okay.
See, now they'll come. Now they'll come for him.
Does anyone here actually smoke?
No.
No.
I was gonna say, I don't smoke either, and I am curious because this is how you guys possibly potential rate. But even though none of us smoke, do you ever have those days where you just like take a deep sigh and feel like you just exhaled cigarette, and are like, you feel like you have the invisible cigarette in your fingers and you're just leaning it and you feel like a depressed Frenchman?
I think that's
I know
just the
exactly what
mood.
you're talking about.
Like, you're
We're
just
just
in
like-
a type of mood.
The long
we-
drag.
Like you take a long drag of air.
Yeah.
The most intoxicating of Earth's vapors. air.
You feel like you should be wearing like a black beret and a black and white striped shirt and leaning against a table near the Eiffel Tower.
And the world is in black and white.
Yeah. And then you say something, but it's silent, and then the screen goes to black, and subtitles come for what you just said.
Subtitles what you say. I do.
All the time.
I do like the brief headcanon you just gave me of, you know how like in Ace Attorney we made the joke of every building in the entire city that the game takes place in is directly across the street from the Gatewater Hotel.
Yeah.
I like the idea of
Yeah.
everything in France being directly outside the Eiffel Tower. Like no matter where you are, it's visible in the background.
France radiates out from it.
Could you imagine a shot where there's two people talking and it's doing like the camera 1, camera 2 thing, like flipping back and forth, but behind both of them is the Eiffel Tower.
The tree is the Eiffel Tower and the roots are France.
True. It was there before France. They just decided, hey, this is cool.
Eiffel Tower seed and it grew France out from under.
Yeah.
I think something that was funny was I think I watched a video on Instagram where someone was like, yeah, I know that, like, you know, normally they're like, oh, don't say, like, you know, French people wear, like, striped shirts. But then they're, like, actually in, like, France. But he's like, but I can't deny this when I look around. And every single time I see someone, they are wearing a striped shirt. It's like, you just gotta own up to it.
Oh,
Just own up to the striped shirt. What's so wrong with the striped shirt?
Whereas Waldo is much harder over there.
Yeah, Waldo. Oh shit, no.
But see, they're
Larry.
wearing black and white stripes. Waldo's at least wearing, I think, like red and white, right?
he's wearing red and white, yeah.
And he's got the blue pants. He's an American hero.
Bro, where's this guy? This is he underneath me? Am I on a land bridge at the moment?
Yeah.
Because this one guy who's beneath me is the one who keeps ascertaining that position. So I guess it's okay.
You should jump off that cliff and Assassin's Creed him in the neck.
Yes, sir.
As a sniper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the
Should
Assassin's
jump off
Creed.
this cliff and
I died.
360 no scope.
Just kind of crumples
I
into a
have a-
ball. This is like a legend. This is like a. Hello, game? Oh, okay. This is like a legendary sniper with like several hundred kills under his belt, and he's just like, how does his story end? Oh, he jumped off a cliff onto a beach down below.
He thought he could make it.
I have a mini banter topic because I don't think this will be a big conversation, but I had an idea, right? So imagine a World of Warcraft screen cap of just some guy playing the game in like a raid or whatever, right? I wanted to picture a game where you get like a bunch of buffs and it shows the icons in the top left corner, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually, or like top right corner. Imagine a game where like the stronger the buff was, the more of your HUD it
The
took up.
bigger it was on the screen.
Yeah, and it just like you want the big strong buff, but it just fucking clutters your screen. And there's no way to remove it as long as the buff persists.
So it's not exactly what you're describing, but there is but like I think the closest real world example I can think of that is in League of Legends. There are a couple champions who are distinctly why did that guy explode?
You shot his grenade.
I guess I might have. But there are a few champions in League of Legends that are specifically supposed to have very high amounts of health. I'm thinking specifically, Grant, of Zac and Cho'Gath.
Sure.
Where the higher their health goes, the larger they get on screen, and there's technically no upper limit to how large they can get. So you can get like videos of a Zac with like 10,000 health, and he takes up like a third of the entire screen. It's awesome.
It's great.
I do like that though. The idea of like, I have damage plus 8,000%. Unfortunately, I can't see the enemy anymore, so I'm useless.
Yeah.
Oh, where's it going?
Oh, his neck. How's he
I'm
gonna
trying.
neck
I'm
now?
trying to get us back into like
He's
a good
back.
sniping position, so that way I can take more requests. But it's a little difficult. Most
I want
of
one
most of the
straight in
shots
the foot.
but
Straight
the
in the
foot's
foot?
not lethal. The foot
Solid with
continues
the
to
foot.
not be
I
lethal.
want the foot. I'm putting my foot
You
down,
want-
and I want the foot.
All
I
right,
want
that's
a
my
bullet
next.
in it.
That's my next target. Then my next target is to try to shoot someone in the foot. There should be a guy like right
He takes
here.
commissions. All right, where do you guys want him to die next?
it's like World War III when Russia invades Ukraine, and there's just like a sniper who's like streaming on Twitch, like, all right, where's the next request?
Where's
All
the
right, you
next
want
one? All right,
you want me to
guys.
make this guy a second ear canal? Absolutely. I guess third. Oh, hello.
Friend?
Definitely
In
not
the
a friend. Literally everybody in
Well-
this game is trying to kill me.
I'm suddenly back in
Oh,
Bob
hey.
again, Zach. Friend? Big
Friend?
big friend?
Friend?
Bird friend?
Bird friend? Bush friend?
Rock friend?
Mountain friend.
Sky
Mountain
friend?
friend.
Plane
Bird
friend?
Hey Grant, are you Vietnamese?
No.
Oh.
Well, sorry to shoot down.
Oh man.
Oh, just the way you answered that was just like, no.
Kind of kills the brief conversation I wanted to bring up there because no one here understands Vietnamese, I presume.
No.
Wait, how
Unfortunately for you.
baffled would you be if I did speak like fluent Vietnamese? Like you go to ask Grant because you had assumptions, and it's like, oh well, I guess we can't talk about this, and I'm like, of course you can. I've been studying.
Zach just immediately starts speaking Vietnamese, and you're just like, what?
Whoa!
Well, I can give you the story anyway. I'll just tell you the translation myself. But I'm back on the market. I had an amicable breakup with my ex recently,
wizard?
and it's fine. Yeah.
No!
Damn.
I needed his
Yeah,
potion.
You're gonna get cursed.
I'm
We're
still
still
friends,
friends.
at least nice.
Okay, you maybe you
We're
won't
still
get
friends,
cursed.
just didn't work out. I might be able to get you a friend discount. But in any case, I'm back on the market. I was on Tinder because I need something to kill time on the bus. And I started talking with this one dude, and he's 21 and I'm 22. And we talked, and he's like, "Whoa, you're Vietnamese?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, can I call you An?" And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "'Cause you're older than me." And I was like, "Okay, you realize if you do that, we're going to be platonic friends, and that's it, right?" Because An in Vietnamese is the Vietnamese equivalent to Oni-chan or Big Brother.
Oh.
And I was like, how about no to that if you want to do anything romantic or sexual, period. But
How about
we can be friends if you want
maybe?
that. No, absolutely not.
Oh, no.
Anne.
On ANH.
Oh, come on,
just
look at that
the-
shot, man. Could
The
assassinate a
slang
president with
for
that.
older brother in Japanese, Ani.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I'm not a weeb. Sorry.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. I'm joking. I'm joking.
He's mostly joking.
Are fucking weeb.
We do a little bit of trolling.
I have been watching, Zach, you
heard-
might appreciate this, but I've been getting into Hajime no Ippo recently.
Would you believe it that I actually didn't finish season 1 of Ippo?
Oh.
Oh.
It is
I
a
mean,
good.
not
It
gonna
is a
lie.
very good show, though. I'm glad that you're watching.
Yeah, I've switched to the English dub so I can do things in the background while I listen to it.
That is
Zach loves
extremely
nothing
fair.
more than stuff he didn't finish.
Huh?
Because we talked about like Persona 5 and you're like, yeah, I didn't finish it. Fucking one of my favorite games of all time. I'm like, what?
It's really good, except for the end, and you know
Except for the
exactly
end.
what I'm talking about.
You didn't get that far in your
Oh,
playthrough.
still. I basically got that far.
I didn't finish season 1, but I basically watched the series.
Yes. Speaking of, I don't know if Adrian, you want to actually talk about Ippo at all, but I did watch a new show recently. It just came out on Adult Swim. I didn't know if anyone else checked it out.
Smiling Friends?
Smiling Friends, yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually incredibly pleasantly surprised with that show. I thought it was going to be kind of insufferable, and there are definitely some jokes that don't land for me. But I thought that the overall humor of the show was manic to the point where it made me afraid.
I love the fucking old-timey ancient cartoon style Hobbit that appears. He's pretty good.
Yeah. like early 80s animated, like to the point where he doesn't even he's not even created on like the same cell layer. You can see that his animation is slightly removed from the rest of the background, which I think is awesome.
I just love the mix of animations, or just lack thereof, when they have just real man Magoo, you know, Salty or whatever his name was. Who's just a real guy.
It's Salty, whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the thing's good. I really like the joke of the demon on the Halloween party, like fucking bursting into the room, and
is
they're
that
like,
blackface?
Is that blackface? No, I'm an actual demon, guys.
I'm an actual demon.
Dude, that's fucking blackface. And they beat the shit out of him and kill him and burn him.
The part where Pim kisses his in the mouth.
Yeah, they eat him.
And it's like the thing about like the demon joke, or I guess like this is just about the humor in general, but the show is basically comprised of like 3 different types of jokes. There's obviously like the classic setup and payoff, which is exactly what you would expect, but then there's just like sudden manic nonsense. Like I'm thinking about when Chris, well, he's not Chris, his name's Charlie, but when he goes to hell. Sorry, Zach, by the way, but oh shit, someone shoot at me. When he goes to hell, and there's that guy who's like, oh, he's your only entertainment while you're here, and his whole thing is just that he like screams and pushes his hands into your face, and it's so sudden and loud, and just like this must be what it feels like the moment before you have a seizure or something. You know what I mean?
I will say the bit where they tear apart the monkey liver limb was actually foretold in Oni Plays episode, where Zach was very trepidatious, like, I have an idea for a cartoon, and I don't think anyone else would like it. And his description was basically a mom who's like, all right, kids, I brought home dinner, and it's like a family at a table. And,
I do remember this, yeah.
Yeah, she brings a live monkey at the table, and they just start tearing it apart and eating it limb by limb voraciously. And Chris is like trying to hold his laughter, like, Zach, I would laugh. I think that's funny, but I don't think 99% of people would think that's funny.
Like, Grant, you know how we've talked before about like media that we can't show other people for one reason or another? I think that Smiling Friends is the perfect example of media that is only funny to like Zoomers or late millennials. Because like if I were to try to show this, if I would try to show this to like my dad, because like my dad watched a little bit of Rick and Morty and he thought it was okay, and so it's like if I tried to show him Smiling Friends, he'd be like, "What the fuck is this? How is this funny? Nothing's happening." And I'm like, what are you talking about? Nothing's happening. They're having an inane conversation about what's on TV.
Yeah.
What do you mean nothing's happening? They just spent 30 seconds describing the medieval men are arriving or whatever. The Renaissance boys.
Smiling Friends is good. It's really funny.
I felt like I was going nuts for a minute though, because you know the show came out, or like the episode 2 I guess came out on Adult Swim, and I was like, dude, I gotta watch more. And it was like, all right, well, you can watch it on adultswim.com if you have the password to like your cable account. And I was like, oh shit, I don't have it. It's like 11 p.m. and I can't find it. So I scoured the internet trying to look for places to like pirate it, just so that way I could watch it, because I was like, I gotta watch more, please. And eventually I did find a place, but I guess this actually ties into something I talked with Grant about. But Grant, remember how I told you how I was watching like a YouTube video and then halfway through the video the feed just cuts?
Oh yeah.
That happened while I was watching on YouTube. Someone uploaded episode 4 of Smiling Friends, and like 5 minutes into an 11-minute episode, it just cuts, and I'm like, no! I have to know what happens.
One of the things,
What?
and like I don't even. Just Zach's delivery, Zach Hadel, not you, Zach.
I know, I have bad delivery.
No, of the one where it's the salties thing, and they're going through the video, and shows like each of the mascots like had a hand in killing Salty, and just him going, "How many fucking people killed this guy?" It just like made me laugh
you made me
so
miss my
hard.
shot by laughing. Oh, you're so right, though. I don't know. That's like the thing about Smiling Friends that I like the most, is that like I can't really think of anything that was badly delivered or performed. It really just seems like everybody who participated was just having a great time.
Yeah. And it's nice seeing people.
Oh, sorry. Please
go. It's just nice seeing people on Twitter being like, "Hey, I got my first credit in Smiling Friends," and it's like, nice, good for you as like
nice.
An artist or a voice, or you know, it's neat.
Time we got better acquainted.
And then you realize it's the voice actor credit is a guy who shits himself and dies or something.
Yeah. Still.
Fuck. Fuck this guy. Man, I'm missing all my shots. I'm so embarrassed.
Have you guys seen the Willem Dafoe reveal recently? The Spider-Man Deep lore?
Excuse you? Wait.
Willem Dafoe drip check?
Yeah, because in the comics, the Green Goblin has like a wavy hairstyle. And they wanted to do that in the movie, but they pulled back because literally the quote that Willem Dafoe said was that it was too drippy.
Damn.
Too much drip.
So they didn't do it. And that was revealed in an interview recently that was the reason they didn't do it. So now they have a bunch of edits of Willem Dafoe with waves. This is one of them.
Oh my god.
It was too drippy.
I like the AirPods.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone's shooting at me. Someone found me. I didn't realize this was gonna be a chill stream, but I'm glad it is.
Just chill.
Because I just wanted to play more Sniper Elite, to be honest.
Sniper Eliter.
Sniper Elitist.
Uh-oh.
He only uses top end bullets.
Snipist Elitist.
Elitist.
And then the prequel is Snipe Elite.
Dude, there's like two guys that are trying to shoot at me right now, and I can't see them.
There's so there's superlative, comparative, and then what's the like normal version? Like Snipe Elite would be? Is that just normal? Like what's
That's
that
a
called?
question for Saba.
Saba, you're an English major, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. No,
You studied ancient poetry and basic and ancient English linguistics,
like
right?
basic ancient poetry and basic literature.
You studied ancient poetry and basic spelling, right? How do you?
True.
Something fancy for English.
That's
Yup.
so good.
You got me nailed down with that, yeah?
Yeah, you
did you know?
studied esoteric rites and how to write the letter A.
That's an entire
minor.
class?
Yeah, it's your minor. How to write the letter A.
Studied eldritch knowledge and eldritch and forbidden knowledge, and also basic arithmetic, right?
You're
How
a
to keep a
5-star
beat, yeah,
Michelin
yeah.
chef, and then you can also make a PB&J, right?
You're a 5-star Michelin chef, and you studied how to open a can of
Chef
Boyardee.
Boyardee.
Just a can. Oh, man.
Can you help me out with this? I don't know how to use the can opener.
Oh, that's really good.
Speaking of which, have you guys had Chef Boyardee recently? It's
I
pretty good.
have.
No.
It's a lot worse than I remembered as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, it's I like as a once again, and I need to stop doing this, but it's like Mom never wanted to cook, so I had Chef Boyardee quite a bit, and I remembered it being like, you know, something that. Why the fuck did that guy
Jesus
explode?
Christ!
Why did he explode?
It says right there, grenade shot. You shot him with a grenade.
Also, hello,
Oh,
Lauren.
okay, that makes sense. Anyway, but yeah, so I used to have Chef Boyardee like a lot, and so the other day, Mom was like, "Well, what do you want to eat?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, where are the lily pads going?"
And your mom was like, "What are you talking about?"
No, but look at the
What-
lily
you-
pads.
I asked you what you wanted for to
Look at the
eat.
lily pads.
And then you passed out because you realized you were dehydrated and having a hallucination
From eating too
Yeah.
much Chef Boyardee, it's so salty.
from eating too many lily pads.
Lily pads. Anyway, long story short, had Chef Boyardee, and I was like, man, this is basically just watered down ketchup with overboiled noodles. And I was right.
Interesting. I will say, perhaps the reason is because I had far less pasta and only one Chef Boyardee I remember ever having growing up, so maybe the novelty was a lot fresher for me. That probably added to it.
That makes sense.
But I thought it was pretty good, and then I had it a second time, and I was immediately like, I see why it's like $2 a can.
It was supposed, because like that was the whole idea, was that it was supposed to be like cheap. It was supposed to be cheap pasta that like a poor family could afford. That was like the whole reason why it was made.
Right.
How best to deal.
Hello, Lawrence. Nice of you to join us. I'm mostly joking.
Yes, at the agreed upon time, as usual.
Sorry, Lawrence. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I guess because I know that you're delayed on Fridays sometimes, but I guess I don't know. It just in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, it'll be fine.
This wasn't one of those times. You were supposed to be
It's
delayed,
fine.
Lawrence.
It's fine. Who wanted
That's
to
what
watch?
Zach's
Who
thinking.
wanted to watch Mother Gunship anyway? We're just playing Sniper Elite now.
Hang on, speaking of hobbits, I need to post the image real quick.
Who's talking about hobbits?
I was talking about hobbits earlier and how there's the
Oh.
guy in Smiling Friends who's just a hobbit.
Bongwater Dumbo and Chungus.
Bongo water jumbo.
I got to introduce some of the kids at work today to the concept of a vice grip, like for a desk or a workshop.
Oh, really?
It was because we were using the arts and crafts room to hold our kids while they waited for their COVID tests.
In a vice grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I
they were
invited them
kids
to the
messing with
table to
them.
make sure they couldn't get away.
Yeah.
Couldn't cause any trouble.
Fun story about that, by the way, that definitely didn't depress me all workday today. Apparently, about 40 kids at my school that I work at tested positive, one of which is in our program.
Oh, Lord.
Hooray.
It was at a point where I heard over the radio that's for the staff that the principal is like, hey, so according to my numbers, we have more positive tests than we have test kits left. And I was like, that's fun. So yeah.
Continue working. We don't care about you.
Yeah, continue working.
I don't know if you guys
not
have kept up with the politics around it, but Gavin Newsom is desperately trying to get kids back in school.
Yes.
And that
he
means
is.
that, well, he doesn't really care what it looks like so long as they're back in school.
Yep.
They'll look like that. Like they're on some...
That's what happens.
This is what COVID does to you kids.
This is your body.
Honestly, if that would be misinformation, I'd be glad if it caught on, because it would make people take it a little more seriously, I'd hope.
Yeah.
What was that? What was
Also,
that early? It was like early. It was early 2020 when people were first coming to realize that no one was taking COVID like super seriously. Where on Twitter, some guy was like, "Hey, what if we tried to pass around the misinformation that COVID makes you infertile?" Like it just killed your sperm count. I wonder if people would start taking it seriously then.
It fucking should at this point. In some people,
It should.
There are some people who definitely deserve to be become sterilized by it.
Man.
Kind of extreme.
I'm very bitter towards the people that aren't taking this seriously, including the two like fucking new male douchebags I saw on the way home on public transport, who were just walking around with no masks on at a public transit station. Like it was these two like college fucking like douchey modern hair new male hipster guys, completely no mask, staring at me like I was the bad guy with my double mask because I was Asian probably.
Some fucking people, dude.
Some people, I swear to God. Anyway, I'm bitter about it in case you couldn't tell, because I've had to deal with people that are shitty about it.
If someone goes outside without a mask, there should be a law that you're allowed to suplex them.
That's true.
I'm gonna head out because I'm fucking boiling with rage. No, because my food's here and I'm gonna go eat. See you guys later. Later.
Boiling with rage.
Oh, I'm dead.
Liquid rage.
I wasn't paying attention to my health. Oops.
Oof.
It's because you weren't wearing a mask.
Fuck. He's right.
Yep.
Is that why you're targeting all these people? Because they're not wearing the masks? But you're not wearing a mask either, so at the end, you have to finish yourself off.
It's true.
Hypocrite.
It's like fuck, the Punisher, where he's like, I'm gonna kill every murderer on the planet, and then myself.
Yeah. But the sniper elite way, so you have to shoot your sniper rifle into the sky and wait for the bullet to drop down.
and then land and walk to where it's gonna land. Oh, that'd be great.
Oh my god.
So Lawrence, quick update, by the way, just because I already informed Saba of this and I had forgotten. So on Sunday, you'll recall that, you know, I said that our next long series was going to be Split Brain. It was going to be Split Brain Dark Souls. And both of you guys were like, Dark Souls 3? And I was like, no, of course not. Dark Souls 1. Why would we start at 3? That makes no sense. Evidently, I must have had this conversation with the two of you prior, because turns out I don't own Dark Souls 1.
No.
No. Well.
And I do own Dark Souls 3. So it's like, yeah, I guess we'll be playing Dark Souls 3 then. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I just never ended up buying Dark Souls 1 since I watched so many playthroughs of it. My bad.
Dark Souls fun.
Dark Souls fun. All right, I'm just gonna wait here for the alarm to die down so that way I can be loud again. Oh.
You just start screaming. Bang!
Alright, now let all that stress out.
Yeah.
So that red guy right there, he should clear the... Yeah, so there you go. So he cleared the triangulation, confirmed that I'm not there. They should go into a searching pattern, and then after they're done with their searching pattern, they'll go back to just regular patrols, despite the fact that, like, at least 50 Nazis are dead. It's like...
Must have just been the wind.
That's my favorite. I like the idea of, like, somebody... Like, you throw an axe, like, head over head at a guy, and it caves in his chest, and you're like, oh! Must have been the wind.
I love it when they survive the shot, and then they come looking for you. They can't find you. Must have been the wind.
Been the wind. I saw, I think it was a Reddit post where it was like, I always like to, if possible, I always like to name my characters The Wind. So I'm like some sort of secret, you know, well-known assassin.
When they say
like
must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Oh shit. I wonder if that's
Your
where they came up
reputation
with the idea
precedes
for
you.
Yasuo. See if I can get up into this tower. This seems like a good place to snipe people.
No, you must get lower.
Fuck, I must be underground and shoot up.
Yes.
Yes.
You have to shoot through the ground so they won't even know it's coming.
Yeah. Get that ground penetration bullets.
Yeah. They just have little shovels attached to the end of them.
Yeah.
Can you not get up there? Ladder.
Here we go. A wee bit of a sniper's nest it is. Okay. One. Okay. Explosive. That's a lot of guns.
No, it's Jerry's can.
Jerry's can.
Hey, Jerry, your can. You left it over here.
You locked it over here. Oh, my bad.
Don't forget your can. That's dangerous.
Once again, the streamer that I watch on occasion, Northern Lion, he got into, it was mostly a joking argument, which is the best type of argument, where he got into an argument with chat being like, why would you call it a gas can? It's more of a jug.
Gas jug.
Yes, joke.
Yeah,
and then
Jerry's
and then they
jug.
were and then they were like, well, we call it gas can because otherwise we'd call it a Jerry jug, and that sounds bad.
Oh. Oh.
I shot.
Oof. That wasn't Jerry.
Could have
You
been.
did indeed shoot.
the slow zoom in and then not to shoot.
Yeah.
Spared that.
I was like, maybe I should. Nah.
The moral obligation.
Well, since evidently this is just a chill stream, does anyone want to bring up a banter topic?
Banter stream. What have we got? Let's see.
That works.
Since Grant is here, Grant, you want to do the resistances and weaknesses?
Oh, we could do that finally, yeah.
I thought we already did that because, like, on the Risk of Rain one, because Lawrence, you guessed correctly.
Oh. I didn't know that was it.
I mean, that's what it was, because it was some post that someone was like, hey, in your bio, you should put your resistances and weaknesses.
Resistances.
And it's like, excuse you, you're not supposed to give out such valuable personal information for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
to burn it.
weaknesses include tomatoes.
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 All kinds of olives? What kinds of olives?
I didn't even know there was. Oh no, I know there's different kinds of
I'm about to say
olives.
there's
All
tons of
olives. all except
All
on
All of
pizza.
them?
The experience is physical.
ALLVIZ. Olives.
All
Experiences
olives.
physical and mental damage for all types of olives.
Fuck these people, dude.
Yeah.
Now
I
I'm
don't know.
just like a serial-
Resistances. That's harder to do with food. What am I resistant to?
I take sanity damage from artificially orange flavored things.
Oh God.
I hate
Sanity damage.
Yeah. I hate them so much.
The insanity check.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just the orange peel. I hate the like the smell of orange peel, but like the orange itself is still super tasty.
Well, I'm fine with the peel and whatever. It's just artificially flavored orange.
Artificial orange peels.
Artificial orange peel sounds.
Yeah.
You could take both of us out.
Yeah.
We would be both taken out with that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You have to spec real far into the orange tree in order to get both
Damn.
both weaknesses.
No.
That's how they get you.
It's like one of those RPGs where they give you your stat points to allocate at the beginning, but then if you're willing to take more weaknesses, you can take more like benefits. But you end up just going all the way down the orange resistance tree to the point where it's just like, if as soon as you see anything orange, you just pass out.
You go to a basketball game and you're just dead on the ground.
Oh no.
Oh, I already got this camera because I walked up and just shot it with my shotgun. I forgot about that.
What about your guys' weaknesses?
Weaknesses. I think I
Weak to For Honor online competitive.
I'm gonna say,
Mental damage.
what do you call it?
This man Kessler seems to be
Plus
key to
100%
all this.
aggression rate if I play anything competitive.
That's like your downside. That makes sense. I
Yeah.
like that one.
I would like to rage.
So it's spiking real fast.
Automatically enters rage whenever I participate in an online
I
environment.
take like 50% like aggression or competitiveness, and then like 100% heart rate increase.
Just freaks out.
like you play one of those games with me, I'm like, you'll look at me and I'm like, I'm fine, but then like
Holy shit.
But on
like,
the
I'm dying on the inside, I'm like, my heart rate, this is like worse than if you were to put me in a scary movie. I'm just like dying.
Oh boy.
Yes, Grant.
Zach, we should have Saba and Lawrence compete for something.
No, no.
If you can come up
We
with
already-
something good, I'll make it happen.
It's like a saw trap. Hello, Saba and Lawrence.
Oh
We
my
already had a
god.
little bit of
Oh
a-
no.
a
What
taste
if
of that for
what if we
Cuphead.
did Parsec, just like League of Legends or something?
Oh no, I don't.
I think I would be
I have
mostly
never played.
confused than angry.
Yeah.
I mean, I could find
I don't know if
something
I'd
else,
wanna play,
but
but that's also
that would just be great. Although, never mind. I was about to say, the one thing I know both of them play that's like pseudo competitive would be Genshin Impact, but there's no way I'm installing that on my computer.
That's not even
And also,
competitive.
there's no
I can make it
competitiveness in
competitive
that.
if I call you a little baby.
But don't forget, insult. You insulting me means nothing to me because I deal with it all the time.
What are you talking about, little baby?
Mostly just one.
100% resistant to Zach's insults.
That's insult.
Oh, there you go. There's one. There's a resistance.
There's a resistance.
Nine. No, I
And the
have
only
a-
time I complain is I'm actually acting to garner
a-
There you
sympathy.
go.
I have
To
a
garner
95%
sympathy.
chance. Just a 95% chance for Zach's insults to bounce off of me, but a 5% chance for me to clap back. You have activated that once.
I have.
And it ended so beautifully.
Once per like 10 minutes. There's a countdown timer.
Ow. So that's a radio tower. One of these guys should be a radio operator, but I don't see any. I think I've like killed all of the Nazis. I don't think there's any
Dude,
left.
sick, you won World War II.
Congratulations.
I got rid of all of them.
There's none left. This is it.
There he goes. That's the last one.
I'm
Damn, I see that high ground.
trying to think of like passives. Like I don't know. Like you've seen me like try to design things for video games before, where I like to have a benefit that also has like a built-in negative as well. So like
Sure.
my passive would be like low, like next to no cooldown time for coming up with new ideas on the spot. However, when going to sleep, those ideas will run wild and you'll get no sleep. And it's like, oh shit.
Zach has the ability percussive maintenance. Will hit things when they don't work, may or may not work afterwards.
Amen.
As you hit your desk and shuts off stream.
Oh no.
I haven't done that in a while.
I still remember the first time that happened, and the first time was just a complete accident.
Just nicked the back of his head.
And he
there
still
you go.
died. What a little bit.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
You died from a gunshot wound? What a bitch.
Pretty
Oh,
cringe.
it's a little nick to the back of the head, man.
Well,
at
you
that
did know,
guy.
but he had a. Most humans have an inherent weakness to bullets.
Yeah, but,
That's true.
but listen, it was a slight graze to the back of his skull. I would have survived that.
with the fattest bullet of World War II.
The fattest bullet. Yo, can I get your
Dude,
fattest
I
bullet?
shattered that guy's shoulder blade. That was
Grace
awesome.
gonna tear apart a little bit more than you think.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to remind myself to check the VOD after stream's over today to see how bad the choppiness actually was. Because if it's as bad as I'm worried that it is, we'll probably end up playing something else tomorrow. Because I like this game. This game's great, but if it doesn't stream very well, then I just won't do it.
It comes in waves. It'll be good for a while, and then it'll be really bad for a while.
Which indicates that it
right
must
now
be...
it's really bad.
Like, that indicates it must be loading, but I don't know. That guy.
Have people added like really cartoon sound effects to Sniper Elite?
There are tons of mods for this game.
That's fantastic.
Kind of mostly, yeah, but I didn't realize you could even mod it.
Oh
Then
yeah,
again, I
it's on
shouldn't be
Steam. You
surprised.
can mod almost
You can
anything on
mod
Steam.
anything. You can mod anything in real life.
With
Just
enough
break
percussive
it.
maintenance.
Yeah. I modded my knee the other day. It didn't work.
Oh fuck.
No.
See, I'm liking this talk about weaknesses and resistances. Let's continue.
It's good.
All right, what else?
I rediscovered something the other day because having considered myself to be a hardy northerner for a really long time, I never I only ever thought that I got cold when it was like really cold, and then I want to say it was like 2 or 3 days ago. I was fucking freezing my ass off, and I look at like my weather app, and it was only like 68 or something like that. I was like, what the fuck? Why am I so cold? And then I thought about it, and I realized that it was 3 p.m. and I hadn't eaten anything. And
Oh.
so I went downstairs. I had 2 Nutri-Grain bars, and then sure enough, like 4 minutes later, I was totally fine. And I was like, oh, I guess that's one of my weaknesses, or like one of my passives, I guess. Just the idea of is able to
blood sugar.
handle intense cold, but only after eating.
There you go.
You
Must
have to fuel
have
to the fire.
Like
Yeah.
There's a
like
prerequisite.
literally fuel for a fire. Yes.
must be nourished.
Must be nourished in
be
order to
nourished.
maintain body temperature.
Must have used the Devour skill
The devourer skill. My Tom Hanks.
in order to warm up.
No, Cho'Gath. You get
Oh,
bigger, I
Cho'Gath. Oh, so I
guess.
get bigger. I increase
Yeah.
my maximum health.
Yeah, you get like half the size of the map.
Oh, that's really good. Should probably make my way over to that side of the map, because that's like the last thing I had to do, and then this level's over. Can you see what I mean when I say that these levels are like, because this isn't like, this is literally one level, but it's essentially like 8 smaller maps all stitched together, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Trying to think of other ones. Saba would have the passive of high creativity, but it has a negative percentile modifier depending on how quickly you need her to be creative. So if I ask Saba to on the
Somewhat
spot,
reasonable.
if I ask Saba on the spot to give me like a silly name to name a character in a video game, she'll go,
Yeah, no. Oh, God. The thing is, it wouldn't be funny. That's also like humor related. Like, you asked me for a name, I'm like, okay, Mark. You're like, but that's not funny, and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to say. Okay, I can't think of something funny.
Marky Mark.
Oh, dude, that'd be great if we had like a robot and it was Sparky Mark.
Oh.
Oh, I got something. I have 90% weakness, which could be, you know, lessened if I had a
Lethal.
tool. Weakness to what is it? Tall cabinets. Or tall
Tall
I can lower that if I have a step stool or maybe even a ladder. But you know,
Now that's a little esoteric, because now I'm just thinking of like a Earthbound style like humorous RPG where it's like that shows up in your character sheet and it's not relevant for the entire game until finally we get to the one boss at the end, which is like a golem made out of a bunch of house furniture, and they have a cabinet attack, and suddenly you just get one shot by it, and it's like, oh, that's why
shit.
that matters.
yeah. There's
So
a
don't-
healing item on the top shelf. I'm like, looks like you're dying, I guess.
Looks like you're dying. Oh no.
Zach
Yeah.
has a weakness for women 6 foot and above.
Oh, you know it. Oh man, now I'm embarrassed because now I'm thinking about the scenario in that exact same thing where there's like whenever there's a boss that's like a woman who's like 6 foot plus, it just cuts to me and I'm like, I have a 50% chance of just going like, well, let's hear her out.
maybe she's making a good point.
She might be making a good point. There is a. Have any of you played Darkest Dungeon?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so
I like Darkest.
so Saba, I mean, I'll be explaining it regardless, obviously, but Saba, do you remember the Siren boss, which I think is in the 3rd map of Darkest Dungeon?
It has been a while, so maybe not, but I can tell probably like I'm
You can see where this is
familiar.
going, but the over under of the Siren boss is that most bosses in Darkest Dungeon will have like ads that get thrown into the battle to like help protect them. The Siren starts completely alone, but then she has this one move which I think has a 50-50 chance of working, but then if it misses, it goes from 50 to 75 to 85, like up and up to 99%. Anyway, where she'll just hypnotize one of your people, and one of the people on your team will join her side, and now you have to try to kill her while also dodging your own person's attacks. It's a really cool fight. But the thing that I really like about it is that so you have 4 people on your team, and if 2 people are hypnotized at the same time, she goes from this horrible, disgusting fish woman to just like a super hot lady, which I think is really cool. I just really like that they gave her like a unique secondary sprite for if you're in this like one particular battle scenario, and I'm like, oh, I like that.
Let's hear her out.
Let's hear her out. Okay, listen. And it's like, you yell at me, and it's like, that's the problem, Zach. You're not supposed to be listening to the siren. And I'm like,
No, but guys.
But listen, Paul.
But listen. Tall.
Fuck? Oh, I thought this was
man.
an arrow sticking out of the ground.
Let's see, what else is
Go that
there?
way.
He's telling me where to go. Yeah.
Zach has.
Why are we talking about me? Talk about Lawrence.
in what you call in most like scenarios, Zach has like a weakness to unless this is interesting. Okay, should we have
if it's
Zach's
pasta again, I'm muting you.
Pasta's included, but I'm
It's an
interested.
extra buff.
Should pasta be Zach's weakness, like he only can
Or
consume
resist.
pasta, or are all other foods like you were saying simply just less effective?
I think they're less effective.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to agree on that.
Yeah.
So like
Gotcha.
plus 25% effectiveness on pasta when used for healing, minus 25 on literally everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Okay,
we go. Finally.
The letter talks about someone called Kessler.
Lawrence, when do you
Name
wake
sounds
up
familiar.
in the morning?
Are
Between
any
10
of us
and 11.
truly awake?
Said between 2 and 11.
Are you trying to?
I'm trying to come up with.
Jesus,
trying to
man.
give me some mental damage?
So I was about to say, Lawrence's weakness is like what is it?
The sun.
Early morning sun. Yeah, the dawn basically. You catch
The
him around that
dawn.
time. He's got like minus stats.
Yeah, I get a massive debuff during the dawn of.
Zach, you don't actually really. You actually say the dawn of a lot,
I do not.
which is really, which it is. You do. It's really funny.
I don't.
You do.
I do not.
You do.
Name literally one time that I've ever said it.
In our
Baba
last
has
conversation.
resistance to gaslighting.
What are you talking about? I don't gaslight people.
Zach has resistance to remembering.
Zach,
Now that
out of
I
this
can
whole
agree
entire
with.
group has said the dawn of more times than I've heard anyone else say it.
Who are you talking to?
I believe that. It's the phrase he'd use.
Who? Me?
Yes.
I just
Yes,
want to
you.
phrase that I
You
wouldn't
used it
use.
multiple times.
I don't even talk that much.
What?
Anywho,
How do I get out of here?
let's see.
That's like you convincing me, Grant. I'm an introvert, and I'm like, really, Zach? Are you sure about that?
Well, okay, listen, it's different, all right? It's like I am introverted in the
Hey,
sense that
listen.
I feel very uncomfortable in like public situations. Like I want a relatively small group of like close friends and then literally no one else.
Well, anyways, let's
You
expand
now
game
I'm mad
night.
at, I'm taking out my rage on this guy.
Dude didn't even know what was going on. He was
You
away
could
from
only
everyone else.
find the group of friends, right, by inviting a ton of people over and whittling them down, Grant.
That is literally what the purpose of game night was. Yes.
Zach played Squid Game before it was a thing.
Are you
All right, whoever
are you
wins
good enough
gets to
at
be in the
Red Dragon Inn?
group.
No, get out.
Yikes.
Get out, leave. You're gone.
You banned.
Yeah, that's why shit got competitive during Four Souls, because we knew that only one person was
God.
making it out alive. Everyone else was
Four
fucking
Souls.
dead.
So does that
Everyone
mean
else was
on
getting
that
evicted.
on that day we were playing, like one of the only couple of times that I was there, did you get super competitive, Lawrence? We were playing like, I don't know, what is it, the Frisbee game, or what is it, Skullgirls or something?
Frisbee.
Oh,
Oh,
she's talking about like on the
yeah,
jammers.
Windjammers. Windjammers 2 is coming out soon.
I hope it's as good.
I want to
It won't
understand, did you
be.
have an inner rage going on?
Do I have an
during
inner
that?
rage? It has to get past a certain point.
Just
'cause,
call him
like,
the default
a
character.
little like
Because like those were the
Yeah.
early days, right? I want to know whether or not
Zach,
Lawrence
at
was in his
5%,
mind
and then a
because
clap.
we were unfamiliar, cursing like
Nothing else to find.
some of us out in his like head, being like, how dare you bring this person here?
it has to get past a certain point before that triggers.
And he's getting there.
Circling back to a previous point of discussion real quick. Grant from Smiling Friends, I actually super sympathize with what do you call it, Alan, the red guy who works at their office.
Who's just like, I don't care what you guys do or what.
well, cause that, but also it was there's that one point where him and Gleb are sitting on a beanbag chair playing like a fighting game, and he just goes,
yeah.
"This is unfair. You're just button mashing." And I remember saying the exact same thing to Saba. But Saba's doing like fucking combo shit at me, and I look at her hands and she's just kind of going like, and I'm like, come on!
The power of button mashing.
Button mashing. It's too strong.
Yeah. Is it? You guys think it's good to play fighting games like the first time like you meet people? You think it's more of like a bad thing? I don't know. I think maybe.
I mean,
leaning
that was
into the
like the second time I met you, so.
No, I know. No, I'm wondering whether or not in general it's a good thing to put fighting games between people.
Yeah,
Why did you
Yeah,
play?
you're
Why did you
getting
even
to
play
know better.
Skullgirls that
Saba,
time?
no.
Yeah, basically, I would just leave there being like, I'm so pissed because I lost so many times. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good tactic.
It's not the I fucking lost. It's the I fucking lost to a button masher.
It's the principle. It's the
It's the
principle of the
principle
thing.
of the thing that makes it so annoying.
Man, okay, I think if I were to do anything I think I'll keep the fighting games to a minimum.
There you
Like
go.
a week people, I think.
I don't know.
Get to a maximum. You'll find out real quick about what the people are.
Wait, yeah, that's true. It depends on how the people react. If they're one losing a lot and two if they're winning a lot, because you can
Yeah,
tell
that's-
if they're bragging a lot by winning, you're like, okay, you're being a bit annoying now. Versus like someone who gets then aggressive for losing, which I don't know. I haven't seen your true colors yet, Lawrence, but we'll see, I guess.
There's more to
What if
this
you're just
place.
aggressive?
You saw a little bit of my
You play
true
games
colors
with
when
hobby.
we were playing Cuphead.
Oh,
One of those days when I'm like, I can't fucking with this B boss.
oh, the
B-boss.
B-boss.
B boss. I don't know. Maybe you were distracted, but it was showing a little bit.
The Cuphead playthrough in general showed a lot of emotional sides to a lot of people, because obviously I wasn't really playing for the most part, but I don't know, there was like that one session where I want to say out of 4 hours, like an hour in, Saba just got like real indignant. And the entire rest of the session just went straight down the toilet, and everybody was like frustrated and disappointed. And then the next week we come back, Saba's like in a good mood, Lawrence is in a good mood, and it's like, okay, this is going well. And sure enough, they fucking whoop 6 bosses in a row, and I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I think if I forget to eat, especially right when the hunger starts rising, or when I don't even feel like I'm hungry, but like your body hasn't like consumed anything for like a good amount of hours.
Positive.
Like it's just the tiredness, fatigue, being annoyed at individuals who make comments sometimes.
What am I supposed to do, Saba? Just not talk? It's a stream.
But it's okay. Yeah. Well, I think when I start getting frustrated, I'll like be more curt with my like responses, and I just won't talk that much because I'm trying to live, trying not to
trying
explode.
to focus on existing.
Basically. Oh man.
It's like when you get really high. It's like when you get really high and you're just like staring off into space, and someone's like, "Hey man, what's up?" And you're just like, "I have to focus, or else I'll stop existing."
I'll fade away. I'll get Thanos snapped.
You'll get blipped.
No.
No.
Please.
Anywho, what were we talking about?
Weaknesses.
Big old weakness.
Okay, we're still continuing. Okay.
We've done a lot of weaknesses. We should do a strength. Fucking
Not a resistance.
fuck this guy.
Resistance and strength are different. So I guess we're doing weakness, resistance, and strength.
Well, whatever.
A positive thing.
Yeah, a positive as opposed to a negative thing.
I like.
This comes
Let's
to
do
the
something
point-
positive. Silence.
It's basically like when, someone asks you, hey, list out your strengths, please. And you just look at them being like, really? You expect me to be able to come up with something for you?
Yeah, this is a job interview now. All
About
right.
myself?
What's your greatest strength, Saba?
What's your greatest fear?
What's greatest
Being closer to the ground? Huh?
Be closer to the ground.
That's pretty good.
Weaknesses to tall shells, but if there's any item that needs to be found and on ground level, I will find it.
I will get it faster?
One of my innate strengths is being able to pick things up off the ground much faster than you can.
There you go. If you drop a gun, I'll probably get there faster.
I'll get there before you do. Oh, that's pretty good. I like that one.
Oh no.
Well, that's an officer right there.
Yeah, just remind me not to drop a gun in front of Saba.
That's true.
I can't let her innate advantages.
She's too powerful.
She's too powerful.
Don't drop anything.
Okay, what else? Trade?
What?
I don't know. You
Who the
guys say
No, I didn't hear
is-
what you said. I
Who
thought
the
you said
fuck is
betrayal.
Trey?
No, I was just saying strengths under my breath. I was
Oh, I thought you
thinking
said betray. And I'm like, what?
Betray.
What are you
that. Zach is
doing?
good at
Betrayal.
strength is
Betray.
keeping a straight face as he betrays people.
Ooh,
You?
what are you talking about?
I don't know. Saba
This is
claimed
some
it.
bullshit. I don't betray nobody.
I see what's
Zach's
funny is he
strength
says
is
the same
gaslighting.
line.
I don't do that. Man,
I don't do that. I've never done that.
It's like you saying I never bully people.
I don't.
You can tell he's lying when his voice gets high.
What are you talking about? This is not fair.
It's reaching new octaves we haven't heard before.
This is some horse shit, and you know it. All three of you do.
All three of us have a strength to ganging up on Zach.
Oh, come on! I just wanted that
Okay,
thing to
guys,
explode,
what would be our
dude.
strength in a fight?
Zach has a weakness to
Fight.
hitting that fucking van.
All right, this is my strength in a fight. If you ever try to fight me, I get a buff and running away. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I'm not.
Oh no.
I
That's my weakness.
have a serious mental buff to thinking that I'll win a fight. How's that work?
What about emotional
like-
stability, huh?
Not
Are you gonna
very.
cry in front of them or wait?
Listen,
I was
after I
gonna be
run
like,
away,
Zach may have like high mental like capacity to like think a lot of stuff, but maybe his emotional support could be a little bit lower because he thinks a little bit too hard.
What are you talking about?
Calls me at like, or it's like talking to me, it texts me at like 1 a.m. for him. He's like, I can't go to sleep.
I'm
can't
thinking
do
too
my-
much.
Basically.
I'm thinking about shit, dude, and I'm like, oh, well, okay. Now I have to make an entire sequel to Hat in Time, or else I'm not gonna be able to go to bed tonight.
Basically.
my
Wait a minute, let's see. I have a debuff for like memory, but then I could also spin that to be like a positive if like I'm dealing or if I hear something like bad, I'll probably forget about it real quickly. Or like if I have to deal with getting upset at people, I'll just forget about it really fast.
Just eject it from the old brain.
I'm
what
just
you're
like,
saying
I
is-
don't care anymore. I'm
So what
moving
you're
on.
saying is, so what you're saying is that if you get into a fight, the person's really angry with you. You're just not gonna remember.
Why are you
Okay,
angry?
maybe
beat the
it's not
fuck out of you.
remember. I just get over it and then I move on and then I'll probably forget
Well,
about it.
but
Well,
they're not over it.
I would say this
Well, you know what?
man over here is
I
not
don't
over
care. Life
He's
is
about
too
to
short for
swing.
me to care about you being upset, okay?
Then what if they're gonna? I mean, that's not gonna stop them from like attacking you.
We're talking about physical
I sure wish it
attacking.
did,
Okay.
though.
Saba-
You're the one who said fight.
Saba
That's true.
picks a fight with
But
somebody.
there's so many different types of fights. There's verbal fights. There's physical.
Saba
very
picks a
much
fight
a
with
physical
somebody,
fight.
and then like 2 seconds later, she's like, "Huh? What? Why are you pulling out a gun? Listen,
What are
water
you
under the bridge. We're fine."
We're fine. We're moving on now. I don't want to think
I-
about this anymore.
I buried the axe. Okay, we're good.
I did it. I did it for us. You're welcome.
That's really good.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's see. What else? Come on, guys. You gotta pitch something.
Yeah, have you finished your? What are you gonna do in a fight?
No, you can continue.
Oh,
What
I'm
would
not
we-
using
I know
silenced
Lauren said
ammo.
his strength. You said your strength
that
would
would be
be
the
running. What's funny is Grant was saying I'm not good at running, but then I was thinking in
didn't
my
say that.
head, you said you weren't good at running.
I said I'm not. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
say you
yeah.
weren't.
No. I guess I
You're stalking
said
as
it in a
if
weird way.
you-
I was saying
Okay.
you said you weren't good at running, but then I was
Yeah.
thinking to myself, even if you weren't, and let's say I was even a little bit better than you, just for the fact that you have longer legs would still probably beat me.
That's how real
Maybe.
life works.
Yep. I'm like, so I'm screwed either way.
That's when you like duck and you know,
Get down on the floor and all their
get
punches
down on
will
the
miss.
floor.
And
Yeah.
scurry like a lizard.
Oh my
It's scurry
Pretend
like
to
a
be dead.
crocodile. Saba just gets on all fours, sticks her arms and legs up to the side, and just goes.
They're so fast.
They're so slippery.
Anywho, strength
how
in a
can
fight.
we possibly catch her? This doesn't make any sense.
Grant and Zach, strengths in a fight. Go for it.
Why does it have to be in a fight?
Well, I don't know. It could be any type of fight. It could be, like I said, a mental fight. It could be a physical fight. It could be you're
mental
fighting over who
I-
gets the last piece of spaghetti. I don't know.
I already go through a mental fight when I'm in the shower all alone.
There you
Hey,
go.
man,
That's
you
a type of
okay?
fight.
Or are you like shadow boxing in the shower? Did you hear the thing where supposedly if you turn on the shower, I think in prison is you turn the shower really cold and you shadow box because that'll help your body to train when you're stabbed because your body gets really cold because otherwise you might freeze up. So you shadow box in order to get that muscle memory going when you're stabbed in a prison.
Damn.
I just won't go to prison.
Well, you know what? Maybe I will for you.
Oh fuck.
Maybe you'll frame me.
Maybe you'll frame me. Oh, that's really good. That's really funny.
Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen. Who knows, Zach?
You
Certainly
go to
not I.
prison, Go to prison. You're about to take a shower. You hear Grant's voice in your head, like, "Oh, I remember that one memory."
I should start shadow boxing.
Yeah. You do that in prison.
For once.
People look at you. It's like, man, this weird dude. He's shadow boxing. You just stab you right there.
Oh, I didn't get the muscle memory going. No.
Yeah.
Why are you shadow boxing like a weirdo? I'm gonna stab you.
Oh man.
Bro, come on.
He's waiting.
Pete, please.
He's taking a shower. He's shadow boxing.
He's shadow boxing. He's like, I'm about to get shot. I gotta be ready.
I'm gonna get real cold, so I gotta make sure I can still fight him from 500 feet over there.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I got a pistol. I think I can outrange a sniper.
I can do it. Play satchel charge. Oh.
Let's see. Now I'm just thinking of myself as like a person in a video game. What would my stats be?
Well, you have to decide what the scale of the stats are supposed to be first.
Or like skills. Like what type of like skill could I say? Like I have like 15% like skill in like, I don't know, horseback riding. Like I could do that a little bit.
Do you have any skill in horseback riding?
I do.
Why?
Holy shit.
Because I learned how to ride horses. I don't know what. So I'm not like super great.
She's been in the cavalry hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
Don't mess with her, okay?
I've just forgotten like most of that experience.
Why do you think she was asking about strength in combat?
She wants to know.
She wants to know. So if you ever go into a fight, she's just coming back in horseback.
If I were to do like a self-insert character for like a D&D campaign, I think one of their abilities, or I guess by extension my ability, would be something along the lines of really high charisma, just in general, until someone calls them out. So like if I'm like haggling or bartering with somebody, it's like going really well in my favor, and then the person goes like, "Hey, wait a minute, what are you talking about? How this isn't supposed to be like 80% cost reduction?" And I'm like, "Oh shit!" And all of my charisma immediately depletes, and I'm like, "Well, damn it."
Try your best.
High charisma until caught.
You would have singing also, Saba.
Yeah. I mean, okay, that's that second one. There's nothing that's been proven that I'm good at that, but you know.
What do we have here?
We have hours of footage.
It's true. Voice acting.
My entire time being on this stream is a lie.
Saba would have a deception buff. She could imitate voices of people, like a parrot.
Oh,
I think Zach Grant has that as well. Then.
Oh, thank you.
But only for masculine voices.
Yeah.
Saba has it for feminine voices and little children.
And animal companions if they could talk.
True.
I would have it for, hey man, come on.
You're an all.
Oh my god.
There you go. Doesn't that feel much better?
That poor dude's last vision was this dude charging at him.
He's shooting a machine gun at me, and it's just like, well, that's not gonna help you.
Yeah.
Could I have a weakness against like I don't know, my favorite foods?
What, like hard to resist them, like when they're offered?
Yeah.
I don't know that. I think that would be more of a buff towards like eating them as opposed
to. But what
to.
if the villain is like, I have all of your favorite foods that I will make you whatever
No
you
more to
want them.
find
I'll be like, oh no, he's actually. This sounds tempting. I don't know what to do.
You can either stop me from destroying this world, or have this food.
Or you can have this delicious cupcake.
Or he's gonna be like, if you kill me, I will make sure your favorite. You will never be able to taste your favorite dessert again. Like every other food's the same,
shit.
but like as soon as you have the dessert, it just tastes like I don't know garbage. I would be like, I can't do this, guys. I need to have my tiramisu.
Looks like the world's
I can't
gonna
do
end.
This.
It's the same exact joke that we've done before, but like if I was in that scenario, everybody else is like all tied up and it comes down to me to make like the final decision. Like I have a gun pointed at the big bad evil guy's face. And he goes, now listen, if you join me, you can live forever.
We're like, Zach.
And we're all dead.
And it's like,
And you're just like, fuck it, throw the gun out.
Yeah, we all just
that
look
guy.
at each other like, yeah, we're gone.
This is
Well,
it.
that's it. That's the world over.
There
Sorry,
goes
everybody.
the world, yeah.
And that's how the cookie crumbles.
But then you
Last
fools,
words.
but then you fools fail to realize that as soon as I become immortal, I make a time machine and I go back in time and I defeat him anyway, and whatever.
And then you don't become immortal, and then
No, that's not how it works. Time travel is paradoxless.
Anything else?
I create the paradox machine.
That's not how that works. We're in a different timeline.
Paradox.
I hire the paradox pals. Yeah.
Listen, I ruin one timeline in order to save all other timelines. That's totally fair.
I am a
I
hero.
ruined one timeline
I am a
and
hero.
suddenly I'm the bad guy.
Yeah. Come on. Seems a little, you know, to judge a man from one timeline.
That was literally
Yeah.
one of the villains that I wrote for one of the. For
One of the what, Zach? No, one of the what?
Yeah,
One
they're
of
a
the what you
villain
wrote?
because they're the antagonist of the story.
Yeah.
But that was one of the villains that I wrote, where he was like the primary antagonist, and the whole idea was that he was like, all right, listen, you can try to stop me, but that just means another me from another timeline is going to show up looking for immortality, so like you'll be fighting forever. If you let me win, I will have immortality and time travel. I'll be able to fix everything that I fucked up.
And they're like, why would we trust you?
And it's like, well, and that's the thing where it's like, well, you have to just trust me.
We don't know
promise,
you. You've been
pinky
trying to
swear.
kill us.
Pinky swear. The pinky swear is sacred.
On God, I will
On
do it.
God.
No
On
cap.
jaw.
Oh God.
See what
On
else is
Dancer and
there?
Prancer.
Oh my god, there's too many. Comet and
Cupid, Donner and
Dasher.
Blitzen.
Did you say Dasher already?
Dasher,
Look, I've already
Dasher
forgotten.
and Dancer.
Yeah. And Vixen and Dixon.
And Nixon.
Dixon. Dixon. Why am I here? I've got to pull Santa's sled.
And Big Dixon.
Oh no.
Oh shit. How could we have possibly anticipated this? Come on, dude, just die.
He's the alpha male of the group.
Oh no.
This mission is going very well.
Yeah, I love Shotgun Elite.
I'm about to say, have you shot someone with a sniper rifle?
Yeah, that was what the whole beginning of the level was.
Doesn't look like the
I
beginning
don't
anymore.
remember that.
There was a
Yeah.
lot of people that I shot, man.
And we have that on tape, but you're going to jail, son.
I'm not your son.
I hope you learn to. I hope you were practicing shadow boxing in a cold shower.
Because you were
A good,
going away
a good
for
friend
a
of
long
mine advised
time.
me, oh, that's a tank.
Yeah, a good friend advised you to run.
To fucking get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of there. You go into combat, you're just straight through the running. Holy, you're not gonna
Oh
live.
my god.
Oh shit, you're gonna live.
All right, that went very poorly. Oh, it kind of went out of my hands there for a little bit, but that's okay.
Accuracy 91%. Yeah, you had a shot.
That'd
Good.
be good, Pin.
You were not gonna miss.
Oh. Where's the tank? Is it up there? Oh,
It's the
there
big.
we go.
It's the big thing right there that's moving.
I can't see. The
One that's
screen's
looking-
fucking shuddering.
Bring it at you.
Wait, are you on Discord or Twitch?
Discord.
Well, that's a you problem. Where the fuck is
This
it?
sounds like
There
a
it
you
is.
problem. Fuck you.
So by shooting these, I don't blow it up, but I do make it move half as quickly.
It's a me, Mario.
Oh, Mario.
It's a me, Mario! Mario explodes.
Bang.
That guy had an RPG he pointed at.
I think he shot you last time, maybe.
Alright. Alright, motherfuckers. Where you at?
Shoot the tweds.
Destroy guns. Well, the guns are pointed at him. Hey, buddy, you're peeking.
Oh, you're peeking. Rookie move there. Should have had out his knife. Would have moved faster.
I would love a game like this because it is obviously cartoony, but it like I don't know, it's a little bit more realistic, I guess, than like totally arcade style. It would be really funny if there was an enemy type that was just CS:GO knife surfing around the map.
That'd be really good.
That'd be scary as hell. You have a sniper rifle, you missed your one and only shot. you got
he
nothing to do
zooms
except
up behind you.
reload. Yeah.
He drifts behind you.
He drifts me.
Y'all play a lot of CS:GO.
No.
Who are you asking?
Yeah, y'all.
I have a weakness to competitive games. I believe we have established that.
Yeah, meaning you could have been playing a lot of CS:GO.
True. But I have not.
Not really multiplayer games for me, unless the multiplayer involves you sitting like on the couch, the same couch as me.
That's totally
Cool.
fair.
Who's perceiving me right now? Is there anybody alive to perceive
We
me?
are.
Whose perception check is high enough to...
Who passed their perception check?
I don't think your perception has to be high to know that someone is in your base shooting everyone.
What do you
You can
mean?
get by
I've been
with a low
super
perception
stealthy the
check.
whole time.
Must have been the wind.
It must have
Ooh,
been
that's
the
a-
wind.
That's a
Oh, it's
warm
this
wind that
guy.
I'm feeling.
Oh, it's
There
not
you go.
friend.
Hi, Felix.
It's not friend, but friends.
That guy had no neck.
Yeah, he
Damn.
was gone.
We just got bored. Just idle hands, man. Well, let's see.
Well, what else
okay.
am I supposed to
you're
do with this
supposed
kind of power?
What else am I supposed to do? Bruce, I'm God.
Bruce, I'm God. It's true. It is the same actor. Speaking of having a perception high enough in order to actually perceive me, I watched a compilation of the Super Best Friends playing the video game Eternal Darkness. Are any of you familiar with this game?
I am not.
Is that the one where you play as the mafia leader that's infested with the eldritch horrors?
No? What are you talking about?
am I
That sounds
thinking
really
of?
interesting. What is that?
Let me check my Steam thing. Oh, it's just The Darkness. Never mind.
I'm about to say Eternal
Continue.
Darkness is not on Steam. I can promise
Okay.
you that.
Damn, what's more eldritch, Eternal Darkness or just Darkness?
The Darkness.
Apparently,
Specifically The Darkness 2.
Yeah.
Is the one I played.
So Eternal Darkness was a game for the Nintendo 64, and the game, it had, I would say that it's probably one of the best examples of having a really excellent idea and concept for a game, and not being able to properly deliver on it due to just inexperience. That is probably the best way I could describe Eternal Darkness. Because essentially, the narrative of the game is H.P. Lovecraft insert story here. It covers a bunch of H.P. Lovecraft stuff without being directly Lovecraft. Fuck. I just shot to the ground because I was trying to lay a mine. It covers a lot of H.P. Lovecraft tropes without being directly H.P. Lovecraft. The basic over-under of the narrative of the game is that it's essentially, there's a book that's essentially the Necronomicon, except it's the Tome of Eternal Darkness. And the tome illustrates the existence of... Oh, I have a code. When did I get a code for this? Hey, look at that! I got a bunch of free shit.
Library.
This document makes
Anyway,
it sound like
giant elder gods and stuff. But the game has this really fun thing where all the enemies in the game will be associated with a color, red, blue, or green. And the entire game essentially functions off the Pokemon system, where creatures that are red are weak to blue, blue is weak to green, green is weak to red. So the bad guy of the game, you actually play as him in the prologue, and you pick one of the 3 elder gods to, like, promise to serve or whatever, red, blue, or green. And then the player automatically gets the one that is weak to that color by default, and that's like the start of the game. But the game has health and sanity, as you would obviously expect from this sort of thing, but it does some really clever stuff when you're at low sanity, because obviously when you run out of health you die, but if you run out of sanity you don't actually die. Your character just starts going crazy, and the lower your health is, the more crazy the things that will happen are. So, like, for example, one of the things that can happen if you're at or below 50% sanity is your HUD will tell you that you're at full health regardless of how much damage you've taken.
Oof.
No.
Right? So you yourself have to keep track of, like, how much damage you're taking, and that is entirely up to you to make sure that you keep that in mind. The only way to fix it is to regain your sanity by, you know, doing various tasks and whatnot. Oh, I thought I just died. Hey man, you have a grenade on your back. Can you just, like, explode? Actually, you know what? Speaking of grenade on your back.
Oh. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.
Just take that. See how that works for you. Where'd they go? Oh, there's one guy.
You got him or you missed.
I was just trying to get them to display. Oh, I have no ammo.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to know. I didn't realize I had no ammo. Anyway, sorry. Another sanity effect that can occur is the game will simulate what it looks like to have your TV turn off. Because keep in mind, this was back during... I don't know what the fuck I was doing there. I was too focused on what I was saying. But let me finish real quick, and then I'll go back to the game. So back when the game was first played, it was CRT stuff, and I don't know if you guys ever, like, used a CRT, but when you turn off, like, your console, it'll just cut to a blue screen that says, like, Channel 2.
Yeah.
And so the game will just do that. The game will just simulate the sound and visual of what if your console just turned off. And so if you're a kid who's not really paying attention, you'll go up to turn your console back on, which turns your console off, meaning you lose all of your save progress.
Damn.
Oh, did Grant say goodbye and I talked over him?
You kind of did?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that he had gone. I didn't realize what time it was.
Ammo's not gonna last much.
That's my bad.
You were throwing nades when he left.
Ah, my bad. But yeah, anyway, that's the basic over-under of the game. It just has, like, all these really cool sanity effects, and the actual gameplay of the game is quite weak because it's really awkward to actually, like, fight enemies and stuff like that. but you know, their concept is definitely worth checking out. So I thought that was really cool, and I enjoyed watching the playthrough.
Pretty fucked though, but it's also a shame that you can't replicate that sort of thing in modern times.
Well, I mean, you kind of can. Like we've seen games that do something similar-ish, right? With like Doki Doki Literature Club and stuff like that. It's obviously not the same, but like you could. It would just be difficult. You would have to detect what the game is being played on first, right? And then simulate what it would be like to turn off. And it's like, yeah, it would be a lot of work. But it was a cool idea with a half decent execution.
Yeah.
All right, where is the? Oh, someone's looking at me. Hello?
He don't want to look at you anymore. He doesn't want to peek.
He shouldn't. He'll die.
Correct.
Oh, hello.
Aw, he peeked.
I heard the dink
Oh,
of hitting
he
his
lived because he wore a helmet. Never mind.
He lived because he wore a helmet. Did you know that the standard issue helmets in World War I and World War II were actually mostly just for glancing shots? Like if you shot one of the helmets directly, the helmet would actually cave in and deal more damage than if the bullet had just hit you.
Yeah.
It's so fucked.
It is pretty fucked, but grazes are probably preferred anyways.
I mean,
So,
true.
Yeah. So I can see why they.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Yeah, he thinks he got the upper hand on you.
He's like, I'm gonna get him.
I
got
know
him.
exactly where he is.
Press.
To hang?
Oh, off the wall. Okay.
I kind of thought you were gonna kill yourself right then and there. Do you hang?
I don't know what that thing was, but I didn't like it.
I think it just looked like binoculars, to be honest.
Can you prove that? Do you know that for a fact?
Well, no.
Exactly.
All I can tell you is that you shot it, so we can't prove it no more.
The reason I watched the playthrough of Eternal Darkness was that was actually on the list of one of the things I wanted to show you guys on for like Sunday streams.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you say it was on N64?
Yeah, so I had an emulator for it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So that was originally my plan, and I was like, well, I should probably refresh myself on how the game actually works and whatnot. And then I did, and it's like, oh, turns out the game is like not fun to play. It's sad.
Yeah.
But it's cool because the game's narrative takes place over the course of 2,000 years.
Ah, so the future.
Well, no, because the prologue of the game, the one where you're playing as the guy who turns into the bad guy, he's like a Roman centurion.
Oh, I didn't know it was that old. I was thinking like a man in a suit.
No. Well, he turns into a man in a suit because one of the things that he gets for serving his Dark Lord is immortality. Wait, it's a suit.
The first thing he gets is a suit. The second thing he gets is immortality.
The suit's the more important part, yes.
Correct. The only answer.
But that was actually something I was describing yesterday. Ooh, that's a good shot. I don't know where that hit him, but it's good. Is that his heart? Ooh, his heart and his liver. So sorry, man.
Heart.
Anywho.
My heart.
My heart.
My heart.
My heart. Oh,
My
that's
heart.
a stationary tank right there.
Nothing else to find.
Indeed.
Yeah, probably should be
peek.
aware of that.
If there's an enemy that can peek against you, it would be the tank.
The tank itself has plus 10 perception.
Plus 10 perception. There you go.
That's
Plus 10
funny.
perception and plus 100 defense, which seems to be a little bit more relevant, but who knows? But yeah, sorry. So the thing I was gonna say was that the villain of Eternal Darkness, Pius, when he accepts the deal with his Dark Lord, he turns into like a desiccated skeleton man, right? And that's what he looks like for the rest of his immortal life until you defeat him at the end of the game, right?
Right.
But as you get further and further into the future and the world becomes more and more connected, it's obviously more and more difficult. Is this thing okay? Oh, my mines that I placed busted his tread, so now he can't move.
Ah. And he's pretty dang stationary. How to not be? Jesus Christ.
Wow, that guy.
That poor bastard. He knew he signed up for a tank crew knowing that he would have the highest chance to live. Nah.
And he's like, nah, sorry, man, you're in a video game.
Yeah.
This shit's unfair for you.
Just-
But
I am
so
the
anyway,
new
so
character.
as the narrative carries you further and further into the modern era, the idea that there's just this like desiccated skeleton man wandering around becomes like increasingly sillier, to the point where characters who aren't exactly familiar with who Pius is just quite yet will encounter him without realizing it, and but it's like super obvious to the player. So like I think the best example of this is that in the 1920s, I want to say, you play as this like essentially Indiana Jones type character, and he's being hired by this private benefactor to like go find these ancient artifacts for his museum that he's building. And but the guy has like this enormous bushy beard and like a top hat that just so happens to cover his entire face. And so the player immediately goes like, oh, that's fucking Pius. That's obviously Pius. And the game, like, it must do it on purpose where they know that it's really obvious, but the character doesn't know that Pius even exists. So there's no reason for them to check. And lo and behold, at the end of that guy's chapter, when Pius like pulls off his disguise like Count Olaf, and he's like, I tricked you. The player's like, come on.
Oh, shame.
The
Then
rich
again, how you gonna judge a man in a big bushy beard like that? Asking you for some weird stuff.
Big bushy beard.
Big bushy beard.
the ritual that Pius is trying to perform in order to bring his Dark Lord into the physical realm can only be done once every 1,000 years, which just so happens to coincide with the birth of Christ as well, but that's beyond the point. So in the year 1000, he tries to do the ritual, and you foil him. That's like the halfway point of the game, is you foil the first ritual. And the second time he does the ritual, he learns from his initial mistake, and instead of trying to do one giant ritual, he does 8 smaller forms of the same ritual all across New York.
Ooh.
What the hell is this guy doing? Hey, man. Why did that guy? And so when you're in the year 2000 and you're she's technically the main character of the game, despite the fact that you spend very little time with her. She's reading the Tome of Eternal Darkness, which tells her the entire story of the game up to that point. And she's like, I gotta stop the ritual right now. And so you go and you hail a taxi. And you know how like in media, when you see a taxi driver, it's always like the back of their head?
Yeah.
It's like a taxi. You can see where this is going, where it's a taxi driver and he's like, hey, pretty lady, where am I taking you? And she's like, you gotta go to blah. And so you do that. You foil 7 of the 8 rituals, and then you go back to that same guy. It's the same guy that you hail every time. And then she's like, you gotta take me to the Empire State Building. We are almost out of time. And he goes, sorry, lady, that's not gonna happen today. And she's like, what? Why? And he pulls off his disguise, and it was Pius. And I'm like, Alex, How did you not know that this was gonna happen? You know that he's been doing these, like, fucking ridiculous disguises the entire time.
That's so good. Listen, man, he's a master of disguise. You never know.
It's just so good, man. I love it. Oh, it's that thing. That's what's shooting at me. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Ow, man. We have like a little bit less than an hour until the end of stream. That'd be really nice if I completed this level by the end.
You completed the entire game. Speed run time.
I don't know about speed run. I'm not very good at this game, as you can see. I just like it. That's all.
Oh.
But yeah, that's Eternal Darkness.
Would I notice if a man actually
Like,
has
if
a
you
skeleton
didn't know
face?
that there was an immortal being wandering around who was just a desiccated skeleton, would you notice? YN.
I'll be honestly, probably not.
Right? Because why would you look? Or even if you did notice that something was off, I don't know, I would probably assume that it was just he had like a skin condition.
Yeah. I was like, huh, this dude's looking a little odd, but why would I ever say that in front of him? That'd be very rude of me.
Right?
Besides, there are people out there in the world wearing fur suits. I think I'm good. The sense of what you should or should not be wearing outside is a little
Is a little fucking cocked at the moment.
It's a little mixed.
There was I don't know if you saw it, Lawrence, but there was a thing on Reddit that made me laugh, where it was this like tomboy goth chick. She's wearing like she's wearing all of the typical accoutrements that you would expect a goth chick to wear. Gotcha. And stuff. And she's like standing there at the TikTok video, and she goes, "Here, boy, come on." And then a dog comes on screen. And it then hard cuts to a guy holding a glass of wine, and he was like, you knew what you thought it was gonna be. I knew what I thought it was gonna be. The fact that we assumed that a guy in a gimp suit was going to show up says something about what the internet has done to us. And he goes on like this 4-minute long diatribe, and I was just laughing my ass off the whole time. Oh, it was so good. Did I alert them
that's
yet?
truly
No?
unexpected.
Like the idea of it just being like, oh yeah, it's just it's just a dog. What else would it be?
It's just normal things happening. Who would have thunk?
Oh.
Question for you. Say there's an immortal being just wandering,
It looks like a
just wandering
desiccated
around
skeleton.
the world. Yeah, he looks like a skeleton. Would you or would you not notice that man?
Depends. Are we around a bunch of people?
You hail a taxi and he's your taxi driver.
I don't know. I may be too nervous to make eye contact to begin with, so I don't know.
You wouldn't call out the desiccated zombie man?
Like, it's like, man, this guy fits the description. Bushy beard, skeletal-looking face. Exactly what I read in these tomes. But what if I'm wrong?
But what if I'm wrong? Yeah, then that would be very awkward.
That'd be very awkward.
Could you imagine if you were?
Myself.
Could you imagine if you
wrong.
saw a guy that you could vaguely understand as being like described as a desiccated skeleton, and you go to call him out as like, I know it's you, Pius, and it's just like, I'm sorry?
Yeah. Like,
What?
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
And lo and behold, it actually is Pius, and he's just playing dumb.
He's been around for 2,000 years. You'd think he would be
Yeah.
more socially adept and not just like a sneering fucking Skeletor.
He's lying pretty badly because he's like, "Ha, baby, I'm not Skeletor. Ha ha." I was like, he might be right. He might just this taxi driver. He might just be a little weird, and I would be in the wrong if I were to judge him without knowing.
Oh, that'd be so good.
It'll be so unfortunate. World ends because you
didn't want to offend somebody.
Yeah. You didn't want to risk social assassination.
Yeah. It's a pretty tough choice.
Another thing from Eternal Darkness that's kind of cool. Well, once again, it's another example of like great idea could use a better execution. The game has spell rings. The idea being that there are mini bosses in the game, and some optional bosses even, that when you defeat them, you acquire a rune in like the ancient Eldritch language. And then you have a ring, like not a physical ring, like a magical summoning ring, that'll that the first one you find has 3 points, then you find another one that has 5, and then another one that has 7. And the idea is that you have spells that you can... Let's see. How are you guys doing? Let's get this guy. Right? Oh my god, are you shitting me?
You lived. I can't believe it.
There you go.
Damn,
Wasting
the
all of my
balls of that
fucking
dude.
suppressed ammo. But anyway, so like the things that you'll the first rune that you always put in this spell is essentially what color the spell is going to be, because you remember how I said the game is basically Pokemon. So that's like the first thing that you do. The second thing that you do is you choose like the basics of how the spell functions. Oh, there was a second sniper, I guess. Oh my god. The basics of the spell and then the particulars of the spell. So let's say, for example, you do red explosive. That was a really weird kill I just did. I ran out, shot a guy, and ran right back in. Let's say you do red explosive summon, right? Like that's the spell that you do. It's those 3 runes. You would summon a little creepy crawly crittery dude that when he encounters somebody detonates like a grenade. And it's like, okay, that makes sense. When you get the 5th tier rune, let's see, I have to kill this guy. Oh shit, my heart rate is way too high. 1 second.
Oh, calm down, man.
Dude. Oh, my heart rate's going up because he keeps seeing me. Damn it. Apparently, I understand how terrifying it is to be seen by a sniper. I wonder how I would know that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the long and the short of what I was trying to say was that the idea behind the ringed magic system is really cool, but in the end, the only difference between the 3, 5, and 7 like rune things is that when you get the 5th rune, like the 5 tier rune, you also unlock the power rune at the same time, which essentially just takes a weaker form and makes it just that much more powerful. And so while it is true that there's like 2 5 rune spells that are like worth actually doing, for the most part you end up just taking a 3rd tier spell and then just throwing 2 power runes on the end of it and calling it a day. And it's like, that's a really cool idea. I really like it. I just wish your execution was a little better. That's all. And that's literally all I was trying to say after all that time. because this game takes a lot of my brain power while also taking no brain power at the same time.
If I destroy this, it wreck converters.
Do we have a game that's similar to that in the modern times?
Some unwanted attention.
In what way?
I don't know, in terms of the mechanics or whatnot, the storytelling.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, which is one of the reasons why the game is so fascinating, you know? It's one of those things where way back in... I say way back, God. Way back in 2014, there were rumors that Microsoft was going to be restarting the Eternal Darkness franchise with the sequel. And then nothing ever came of that. They just like there was no announcement, there was no like leaked footage or anything like that, so I guess it just never happened. But
shame.
Yeah. Because once again, great idea, subpar execution. Could have done something great, but didn't get the chance.
Kessler must be fitting the system before they're taken to Allegra.
I'm sorry, it do be sounding like a cool game. Had they continued to work on it.
I'm just gonna do this. What are they gonna do? See me? No.
I think I've grabbed all I can.
You grabbed one mine.
Yeah, there was nothing else in there, man. Assuming that when I check the VOD, this game is too choppy for us to play tomorrow, what should we play instead?
You didn't want to end up doing
The split brain mother gun shit?
Yeah.
I guess so. Lawrence, are you here all day tomorrow? I don't remember.
Saturdays? Yes.
Okay. I mean, I guess we could. I have no problem with that. We can just swap these 2 days. Boom! That was cool, but it did nothing.
But it was cool, that's all that matters.
Exactly. Oh. Whatever, man. Just explode that shit. Easy. I just caused a bunch of explosions for fun. I'm okay. Detonate.
Yeah. This is how we win the war. Through fun.
Ta-da!
And then on Sunday, it's back to Hob.
Back to
Yeah, we're
Hob.
trying to
Saba
finish off
should
Hob.
finish Hob on Sunday. I don't anticipate that she wouldn't be able to finish within 4 hours.
And then it's back to Outer Wilds for what is it? A third time now?
Third time for you,
time.
fourth for me. So yeah, I'm calling the series Outer Wilds Third Impact.
Third Impact.
That's an Evangelion reference for those of you. In Evangelion, the third impact is the one that fucked up humanity.
Ooh.
The first impact was scary. The second impact was weird. The third impact killed a fuck ton of people.
Ooh.
Landed in Japan.
I thought you were gonna say like our first Outer Wilds playthrough is called Outer Wilds. Our second one is called Outer Wilds: Echoes of Outer Wilds. Our third playthrough is gonna be called Outer Wilds: Echoes of the Echoes of Outer Wilds.
No.
Keep on going.
Our second playthrough would have been the one with Colin, obviously, and I called that one Shin Outer Wilds because my anticipation was that we were gonna be able to guide Colin on to like do a bunch of cool shit, and then he ended up just kind of like playing the game like well. No mistakes.
He was too gamer.
No mistakes. No funny business. It just happened and then was over. It's like,
no getting squashed by islands. No getting hit by random rocks.
No freaking out. Like, literally had next to no response when he saw the gravity, the black hole in the middle of the planet.
Cool.
I remember going back and rewatching that because that's when I was still trying to turn everything into a video, and I was like, really? Nothing? Are we sure he didn't know about this game prior?
I don't know.
He took that because he took that shit in stride. I was like, holy crap, man, you're exactly the type of person I want on my spaceship.
Nothing phases him.
Nothing phases him.
I think we,
Not
well,
even
I know
black
for a
hole.
fact that we definitely have talked about this before, but I keep, you know, well, not keep, but every once in a while I go back on the Outer Wilds subreddit just to see what people are talking about. And I see people who, just like me, are lamenting the idea of like, well, this is it. There's no more Outer Wilds. Because people were doing the same thing that we did when we finished, where it's like, man, there's so many cool space things that weren't in Outer Wilds or in Echoes of the Eye. Like, there's no...
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess there's technically a supernova because the sun explodes, but, like, it doesn't... I don't know, you don't get to look at it, really. It just kind of looks like a blue ball that expands until you die.
Oh, hell, so you sure can look at it. You're not going to live long. He sure can look at it.
Sure can.
And he talked about how there's no, what do you call it, a quasar?
Yeah, quasar. A sun that's getting sucked up into a nearby black hole, and it turns into this beautiful spirally thing. It's really cool. But yeah, they don't have that.
Yeah.
You can't fit every space phenomenon into one game. But
that's not what I
mean. It just becomes a slideshow, okay?
Yeah, but that's cool. I don't know, and that's kind of my thing, is that I wouldn't even necessarily want it to be, dude, is there a sniper or is there not? Someone's clearly perceiving me, but I don't know where. Oh, it's you.
Stop perceiving me, please.
Alright, the game is clearly fucking up at the moment, so fuck this. It's putting the reticle way too low, so that's bad. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just want Outer Wilds 2. Actually, I don't even know if I would want Outer Wilds 2, because I'm pretty sure that no video game for the history of forever is going to be able to do what Outer Wilds did again.
Yeah, it'd be very hard to top.
Kind of like, I don't know, actually. I guess Saba didn't play Pony Island, but I'm thinking about it. And Inscription kind of follows up Pony Island very well. Because Pony Island was a super well-received game that had a really intense...
watching it, I thought.
Sorry?
But I think I watched it, but I don't know.
Well, when we were playing Inscription, I asked you if you knew anything about Pony Island. You said no.
Yeah, from what because I...
Is that a,
unless I'm remembering incorrectly, like I don't, at that time I was probably
Lawrence
like, yeah, I have no idea.
doesn't know what Pony Island is either. Pony Island is a game, I guess you would call it at first a 2D platformer, where it seems to just be like a really old, kind of shitty game where you play as a unicorn. Well, I guess he's a pony at first and then he gets a horn later, but you play as a unicorn who has to make it to the end of each level, but there are like butterflies and other obstacles in the way that you have to like jump and duck under. And then eventually you get like a laser beam that you shoot out of your mouth in order to destroy moving obstacles. But
it's basically, you know, when Google turns offline and you can do the little dinosaur jumping
it's kind of like that. Yeah, that's a good analogy, actually.
Unless you've never seen that, Lawrence.
No, I mean like, yeah, I mean I know what you're talking about. Okay. I mean, like visually or
like the game itself.
It's pretty simplistic. It's like super heavy pixel art stuff. But wouldn't you guess, Lawrence? It turns out that there's actually something going on, and the idea is that eventually, I think it's like level 5 when you eventually get to level 5. The tutorial character tells you specifically not to hit like a certain combination of buttons. And if you do, the game starts glitching out, and it turns out that Pony Island is the thin veneer of a software program that's designed to hold all the demons in hell.
What the friggity
fuck? Yeah, like I remember like the game of like the little horse like jumping and stuff, or pony, but like then I don't remember like the rest of, is it like a software on a computer?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I am actually remembering this correctly. It's just been a long time since I've seen this.
It's been a long time since I saw Gates of Hell in a pony game.
It's again my my weakness to memory.
Weakness to memory.
Kicks in quite frequently.
Oh no.
Fuck, dude.
It was pretty interesting. You could probably, if you're ever interested and you don't like, you had nothing to do.
I own it. We could end up playing it at some point.
Oh, well, maybe, never mind. Don't look it up. Maybe we can.
Don't look it up? Okay.
Ooh, is that gonna kill him? Wow, there was no red reticle. I just took a chance and I got him. Nice.
Yeah.
Stone Eagle, got it. Oh, that's bad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that means that they're targeting me for an airstrike.
Oh no. Imagine being that much of a shitter. You gotta send an airstrike to a single dude.
so fun, man. I love the idea of how much of a problem we are. How much TNT do I have? Oh, I have
this shit. Send in 2 tanks and an airstrike.
Ready? There's a bunch of guys coming. You can see all the dots. So many dots.
They coming in.
Well, they're
cool,
going to that
gun.
dot over. They're going to the triangle on the mini map because that's where they think I am.
Little do they know.
Little do they know I've already moved.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do?
With the trench gun of all weapons.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna be like, hello. Or not. I guess. I mean. God damn it. Video game shotguns, I forget how annoying they can be because that would hit in real life.
Yeah, shotguns in real life, they go far. Because little did you know, they did want to create weapons that traveled far.
That hit people.
from a long distance.
You know? Look at all the little red markers of people trying to be like, hey, where is he?
Yeah.
But yeah. So Pony Island's kind of neat. I mean, I guess we shouldn't play Pony Island because now that we told the twist to Lawrence, there's really no point.
Just need to go about it quietly.
I don't know. Maybe Lawrence will forget one day. He does that sometimes. Oh shit.
I don't think he'll forget it, but yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame that Lawrence has memory.
Unlike me.
I was gonna say I don't really suffer too much from memory loss.
Brag about
think
it.
I don't remember.
I think I don't remember.
I mean, it's still interesting because it's like seeing kind of the visuals and how it like goes. I think it's still like fun. It's not like a terribly long game, right, Zach?
You can finish the game in like 3 hours, I think.
Then maybe we could just have it as like a one-off game.
I mean, sure. I don't necessarily see that as a bad idea. Oh, just die. Oh my god. I'm starting to get exhausted. I don't know if you can tell. There's so much like because this game has a lot of like holding buttons to like to aim, to do this, to do that.
Who knew that gunfights were so dull?
That guy is super dead, and I'm sorry about that.
That guy got fucked. That dude, though.
Even more.
He panicked. He could have shot you right there.
Okay. I'm going to head out because food's ready and I'm hangry.
Oh yeah, you did describe your weakness to food.
Yeah.
And
You
being
don't want-
angry as a result.
You don't want me to be frustrated. Because lack of food, nutritions. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow
Bye-bye.
with Mother Gunship.
With Mother Gunship. Still don't know what the game's about, but I guess that's the point.
It's a fast-paced like Twitch shooter, in the sense of like, how do I describe it? Like a la Quake. There's a lot of jumping, a lot of like quickly spinning around, so that way you can shoot stuff. Oh my god. Hello. Bye.
Not the type of game that I was thinking of, because I was thinking something along the lines of like some sort of top-down,
Holy
tall. Good lord.
Jesus Christ.
They had a machine gun ready for you down there.
It is not a twin stick shooter, no.
Well, in that case, I think
the main draw of Mother Gunship, and the reason why I bought it, because normally I don't really like first person shooters, as I've said before, but the main reason that I bought it and why I think it's really cool is that you build your own gun, and the guns can get real fucking crazy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so there are 3 parts to every gun. There are muzzles, there are like body pieces essentially, and then there are modifiers that do, oh, I should probably move faster. Please. No, stop!
Possibly. Uh-oh.
Stupid. Come on. Okay, we're fine. It's fine. It's okay. Oh, I got scared for a second because he started climbing up the ladder again. I was like, that's the worst thing that you could do.
He truly was about to fuck you up.
I got that sniper, right? Oh, did I get this? I did not. I died, I guess. So let's say you have a body piece that has 4 nodes on it. 1 on the back, 3 on the front. You can connect the back node onto the handle of your gun, right? So you can actually use it. And then put a muzzle on all 3 of the... Oh, someone's shooting me. Who's that? Never mind, there's a lot of people shooting me.
That's a lot of dudes.
There's a lot of dudes. Oh, fuck.
A lot of dudes.
I got a prone, man. Please, I'm hurting. So many guys. Who would have known that there would be so many Nazis in this military base?
Yeah. Never would have thunk.
Is that a big guy? That is a big guy. Man, there's so many of them. I just want to take a, you know, can we? I'm gonna like save and end because my hand hurts. I'm not focusing. It's like I'm
in the
struggling.
middle of combat.
That's fine. What's the worst that could happen when I open this up again tomorrow in my personal time? But anyway, what was I saying about the gunship? So yeah, you have the 1 torso piece, which is a one connector in the back, 3 connectors on the front. So you can take that and then put 3 muzzles on the front, and now instead of shooting 1 bullet, you're shooting 3 for every 1 shot that you shoot. Right? Like that's pretty cool. Right. But then you can take another body piece, like a 1 in the back, 3 in the front, connect that to the middle connector, but rotated 90 degrees, and then put 5 muzzles on it. So now for every 1 bullet you shoot, you're shooting 5 projectiles, for example.
That's pretty cool.
And then like there'll be other ones where it's like it'll be a connector that kind of looks like a Lego piece, where it's 2 connectors on the top and bottom, and then 1 on either side. You plug that in. Now you have tons of, you know, positions, right? You have tons of nodes, but none of them really face forward except for the 1 on whatever side you didn't plug in. So you have a bunch that are pointing up and down, and you can put muzzles on them, but that's like silly. Why would you do that? So what you do instead is you attach modifiers, like adapter pieces to them, where the adapter pieces can be like, all right, now every shot that you shoot will bounce 1 time off of the terrain before disappearing. Or you'll have a thing where like a modifier where, all right, bullets you shoot will now have a trail behind them for 2 seconds, where that trail will also deal damage to enemies. So now you're doing like fucking psychedelic crazy shit around the room, bouncing around, and enemies are just dying because they're walking into laser beams. You have other ones where projectiles will increase in speed. Like the projectile will start off slow, but then its speed will increase exponentially until it disappears. So I haven't played a lot of Mother Gunship, but I believe that the one time that I got pretty decently far, I had a Gatling gun muzzle, so it shot crazy quickly, like 6 bounce modifiers, so it would bounce around the room like a ton, a pierce modifier, so it would pierce through enemies, and then that one where it got faster and faster the longer it went, and I would just go and completely burn through all of my ammo instantly, but everything in the room would immediately drop dead, and it was awesome.
That does sound cool.
So hopefully that'll be great. We'll have a good time with that tomorrow. I did spend a wee bit of time with Saba on Parsec with that game, double checking to make sure that because twin stick shooters can make me feel sick. Mm-hmm. So we fiddled with like motion blur and the FOV of the game and stuff like that. So it should be fine, but we'll see. All right. Well, I think I'm good to end stream early. How do you feel, sir?
Yeah, I mean,
not much else. Right. It's not like I'm going to be playing the game anymore unless you want to just chit chat for a second.
I want to say, you finished the game. Everyone has gone.
Everyone has gone. I did want to say real quick, the new season of something on Netflix that I watched, and I wanted to recommend it. I have to double check what it was though. I should have mentioned this while Grant was still here, because this was a show that I watched specifically with him, but I believe you watched it too. You do.
If only I knew what show you were talking about.
I know I'm looking, man.
Alright.
I'm looking.
Let me
I'm
know.
looking.
All I'm saying is I'm just waiting here.
I know. Never mind. It's gone forever. I'll never find it.
Not on Netflix anymore?
No, I did that. Like the Netflix does the thing that's annoying, where it's like sometimes it'll have like a recently watched section, and I can just use that to refer to like what I've watched recently. But then other times it just doesn't have it, and I'm like, okay, well, shit.
Well, I mean,
So great.
I just assumed that since you watched however many seasons of it, you would remember.
I know, but it's the case of if we were doing something else, I would randomly remember. But it's the fact that I'm trying to remember what the name of the show is that I can't.
Well,
Damn it. It was something that we talked about and that we watched, like back when we were all living together. I don't remember. Oh, well. If I remember it, I'll talk about it tomorrow.
yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, good night, Lawrence.
Good night, Zach. I'll see you on tomorrow.
I'll see you on tomorrow. All right. Good night, stream.